Me too.
It's a 4. Do I get any game?
You get all the game, Geo. The Wendigo is full mast and charging you through the bushes. So
I actually don't remember what we did last time. We killed a thing.
we killed a Wendigo. Well,
Is that what it
you
was?
guys don't know that's what it
Yeah.
was. I mean, I just
thinks it was a
ruined
elk
it
thing,
again.
right?
Yeah, it was an elk thing.
I don't even think that I know what a Wendigo is.
Well, Google it. That'll
I'm
give you
gonna.
some nightmares.
It's a Native American.
Yeah. Probably First Nations as well. I would imagine it's in that same because in that same northerly sections.
Yeah.
Because one of the things about the Wendy
yeah.
is
That
that
Ojibwe teacher and scholar from Ontario.
ooh,
Yeah. It looks here. It's got some of our tribes listed here where in the folklore.
yeah. My where I grew up is like prime Wendy territory. So it's like for the majority of my life, I have just chosen to not say the name because when you say the name, it's supposed to hunt you. It hears you and it hunts you. Which Geo and J-Dog can attest that it has been literally years before I said it. And it didn't happen until Geo and I went and watched the movie Antlers, which is about one, and the movie was just absolute garbage.
Oh, okay.
And so we were like, huh, all right. Yeah, I mean, if that's what it is, I'm not so scared anymore, you know? So, Gio, I don't know if you noticed, I said the word, though, when we were talking.
I did notice.
Yep.
I'm proud of you.
Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me, Dad?
I'm proud of you.
Oh, that's the one I've heard. Okay, so it's when
And you're adopted.
it's things that cannibals are supposed to turn into.
Yes. Yep. Cannibalism. I actually have a friend who is Native American, and he was telling me some of the stories that have been passed down to him through his family about Wendy's and about why the visual aspect is what it is, and how tribes tried to deal with them. It's fascinating stuff. It's very, very cool.
It's so weird though that this is like it's all from like Ojibwe tribes and the Cree, and that's all that's literally in my area. Those are the tribes that are in this part of Ontario.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard people attribute to kind of like certain parts of the Wendigo's particular behavior, like the loud noises that you hear beforehand, to American porcupines, which only live in cold, snowy, boreal areas up north, like Canada, and the northern states.
It's all right. Great Lakes area.
Really?
Yeah.
Porcupines?
So what was happening is the porcupines are ripping the bark off of the tree, and it's incredibly loud. It sounds literally like a gunshot.
Huh. Go figs, man.
I'm not saying that's the only behavior attributed.
Yeah, no, obviously.
Why it's up north, but it's one of the things that could be correlated to it.
Hi, Panda. Uh-oh. Panda no talkie.
I wonder if his computer updated.
Oh, probably. He did say the other day he had to do a whole bunch of what was it, last night I think we were playing Destiny before he said he had to redo a bunch of his sound stuff, so.
No, you could always talk about me like I'm not here. No,
I said hi to you.
I was getting my headset on and getting my mic turned around and trying to get logged into the website.
I said hi, Panda, and then we all waited awkwardly for you to reply.
You didn't wait that long. Hi, Panda. Well, I guess he's not here.
And then Contos is like, maybe he too had to do updates because Contos had to do some updates. Yeah. Now you know, at least we didn't say anything bad about you. Next time we'll be like, let's talk shit on Panda.
Yeah, there's not a VOD I couldn't check or anything.
That's true. Well, you can go check. I even said hi, Panda, nicely to you.
I mean, you won't bet, right?
Oh, he does.
No, I know.
Oh, he does.
But
he does. That man's, he will go through the VOD if he wants to prove he's right. He has done that to me so many times.
I've never not been right.
And he's always right. Well, usually you're right. Not that I can pinpoint an exact time where you've not been right, but I'm pretty sure there's at least once. Yeah, but don't challenge him to that, Contos. You'll lose.
Thank God he's only been live for 5 minutes. It's not that much of a bother.
Yeah, it's not much work yet.
Yeah, fun fact, you can watch VODs at 1.5 to 2 times speed. It makes rewatching it a lot easier. If you're trying to do it for something important.
Yeah, you just skip ahead.
I love it.
skip ahead.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and we'll get back into it. Care Bear says he's not home yet. He's getting home late from work. He'll be there eventually, and J-Dog is out this week. So we've got basically the whole party here. And we hadn't wrapped anything up. We had just finished the fight. We hadn't done any interaction, anything post-fight. So let's go ahead and...
That goes to Care Bear's pockets.
We did a little bit of interaction because I healed everyone.
That's fair.
We had a long rest, I believe.
Yeah,
I
long rest.
I don't think that's the case.
That is
Because I was
100%
going to use
the
song.
case.
I was going to use Song of Rest, and then I even did the thing for it, and then you said, "Well, we'll do a long rest." I said, "Okay, then I don't need to do that."
All right,
You
fair
should
enough.
check your VOD, sir.
I will. I'll
Yeah.
I'll trust you guys. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, man. That happens.
Speaking of
In
VOD
your
checking,
defense, it was at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's fair. And it was
I
like
think you
2
just
weeks
wanted to
ago
go to
now,
bed.
and
Yeah.
I'm very tired.
Me too. I just woke up from a headache-induced nap. It's great.
Yeah,
Nice.
I took one of those earlier today. I've got probably going to need a root canal. So that's cool. That's
Ooh.
after my insurance, like $2,500 out of pocket.
Lovely.
So if anybody feels like donating to help pay for my root canal, you can hit that donate button down there.
Just come visit me. I got some pliers.
Dude,
Solved.
no, here's the thing. If I go visit you, I'm just going to go to a dentist. You have universal health care.
It doesn't cover
Yeah.
dental.
Oh, it doesn't?
It does not cover
Oh.
dental, and we really want it to cover dental. It does not
Yeah,
cover
it's not
dental.
universal healthcare. It's semi-universal healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, they've been trying to get
I
it
mean-
through. It's really difficult to unprivatize something that's privatized, right? So dental
yeah.
is one of those. Mental health is another one that we don't have good coverage for. There's some, but it's long waiting periods. So wait, no, yeah,
Yeah.
wait. So we're talking in the on the Road to
I
Greatness
see that.
Discord chat, right? And we're like, we miss J-Dog because J-Dog's our mom, and I'm like, Aska and Ames are gonna get into shenanigans, and he's like, we have permission to do bad things. Wait a minute, yeah, he's tricking us.
Reverse psychology.
It's not going to be as fun when we have permission, but you know what? He's just trying to get us to be good. I say we do it
Yeah.
anyway.
Tried to reverse psychology me into
Yeah.
being good.
Exactly.
Absolutely
we're doing
not.
it.
Never.
Yeah, you know, we'll just make sure that we've done it hard enough that he deals with consequences.
Yeah, I'm taking twice as many drugs now.
That's right.
I don't even want that many drugs.
Now what you got to do is convince Lady Allura to do a threesome with you and Kurak.
We can't have.
Eesh.
Oh, you want to sleep with the turtle? No, man.
The more
Ames is
important
all
question
engaged
what
now.
Doesn't.
That's
definitely
true.
Want to sleep with.
True.
I mean, Eska has tried to sleep with 3 men.
Eska has never tried to sleep with Ames. That Ames can remember or that Eska can remember.
To be fair, you guys are like so close to sleeping together
Yeah,
when
but
you
I'm
were both
engaged
so
now.
high.
So Amelia's engaged now. She wouldn't.
I can't
Exactly.
wait for Eska's dirty secrets to come to light.
Yeesh.
Oh, Amelia pulls out her journal. Really?
Yeah.
You tell.
It's the little
Listening?
imp. He's like, guys, guess what I found out? Eska's like trying to cover his mouth. Shut up.
Huh? Secrets, you say?
Yeah. So, waking up late in the morning because you guys had to go back to sleep for an extended amount of time. You've got the body of the dead hobgoblin that appeared in place of the Wendigo when it died. And you have got, 3 or 4 coin collectors that died. I see 3 for sure. I thought there were 4, but I could be wrong. We'll go with 3 for now then. 3 dead coin collectors.
Was there not one here? On the other side of the body?
There's so many. I think that's Leopold.
Oh.
There's a lot of.
Yeah, what I said, is that not one right there?
I mean, he does have an X through him.
He does? I don't see that he has an X.
I see he's
Yeah,
got everything else.
Yeah.
You have to zoom in because he's got like a cup and some wings and half an HP bar.
Oh, I don't get to see his HP.
Does have an X on it. Okay, he's not dead.
He's
So
alive.
I unX'd him.
He had a red dot on him. I forget what those meant, but
The red dots, he'd never had one because.
The dark vision dots.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
oh, I see.
So one of the dead people has it because he was forced to find the creature invisible to him. Which is super unfortunate.
But on the
Amelia
bright
got
side,
to like hit things with her hammer, and she felt the thrill and the chills of being up close, and then took half her health and damage very quickly.
that's how I feel. Except for I wasn't on the front lines. That Wendigo went around Canada to get me.
Yep. Today I learned that Wendigos are from Canada. Gallagher, what's that? Candace?
Just did my best Gallagher impression.
All right. Hold on. I gotta. What is Gallagher?
You'll find out.
What is Gallagher?
Just go Gallagher, mallet, or like hammer.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't know what that is. You're older than me.
Hammer. Well, I can't. What is Gallagher hammer?
Oh, it's the
he
old
sma-
dude
is
with
this
the.
person that smashes food.
Mm-hmm. Sprays watermelon everywhere.
Gotcha.
The big ass hammer.
I've never seen this person. Images. This is some American thing for sure.
Probably.
I have never seen this ever in my life.
It says he's an American comedian.
Well, but I don't think he went like North American. Was he North America famous?
I'd never heard of him.
Carolina, but North Carolina is in the southern part of the United States. So
You never heard of him, Contos?
No, never have. And I just Googled a picture of him, and he's not. It doesn't look familiar to me either.
Doesn't look familiar to me either.
I just googled it.
Today,
Alright,
I
well,
learned 2 things
Max
today.
and I
I'm
are
at
now
my
best friends.
limit.
I got you. I got you, man. I know who Gallagher is.
We learned that Wendigo are from Cree nations. That's the lore in the southern Ontario.
I know the
native.
Quinault and Tahola Indians believe in it too.
Yeah,
That's where I grew up, around them.
around the Great Lakes area is where it came from apparently. And now I've learned that there's a guy that named Gallagher with a big hammer who smashes watermelons.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still smash watermelons, or is he
I
done
don't know.
doing
He's
that now?
got to be like 1,000,000 years old at this point.
Probably.
He's probably
He
just
hit a
down
lady and injured her during one of his shows, and then he's done.
You know, I also had a headache
there.
today,
What
Panda,
a
and had to lay down.
moron. Who just hits a lady with a hammer and expects to continue their? Jeez.
It wasn't a hammer. It was a heavy plush penguin with a fire extinguisher inside of it.
I'm gonna tell you, anybody hits me with a fire extinguisher, better make sure that I'm unconscious, because I'm gonna.
There was
I'll
a
be
fire
hitting them back.
extinguisher wrapped in a plushie, though. How would you know there was a fire extinguisher in there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, once I wake up from
Wikipedia
being
is
unconscious,
largely lacking on the details.
Oh gosh. All right. All right.
write this down. Don't hit pea stabs with a fire extinguisher, even if it's wrapped in a plushie.
Sorry, I derailed. I'll buy it. Just trying to give the visual of just what the hobgoblin splatter.
When you got that final smash in.
Yeah, all 40 of them.
Okay. All right. So back to the task at hand. You guys have got your dead bodies. You are now awake. The bodies are, still dead. Thankfully, nothing's gotten up and walked away.
Good. Love that.
Always beneficial.
I've got 3 funerals to attend to.
I'd like to investigate this thing the big thing that we killed.
Okay.
And see, I don't know, just look for any kind of information. Like, Amelia doesn't know what this is. It was looking like a big elk thing to her. And now it looks like a pile of goo, I guess. But I'd just like to see what it has on
the
it.
body attached to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of caved in the head a lot.
Yeah. So I'd like to see if there's any information I can glean from this.
So
What
this
would you
is
like investigations and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm just
Okay.
making sure you guys have the picture.
All right. Very hungry boy.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish you guys would have seen my tweets on this because it's like he ate a coin collector and he was still
Care Bear,
hungry.
or not Care Bear, Hontos, there's a lot of text underneath that picture. I don't think you want us to see or be able to read.
Oh crap!
So I didn't read it. I was like scrolling down. and
Oh
I
yeah,
saw how
I
big the
haven't read
bar
it either.
was.
I'm scrolling. You just want to unshare that with us.
Yep. I just did, so hopefully it doesn't. So
Close your
here's the thing:
window if
You
you
know-
haven't.
I have mine in dark mode. I can barely see the text.
I didn't
Like, I
even know there
wouldn't-
was text because I was in dark
Yeah.
mode.
I wouldn't have noticed had you not said anything.
Dark mode for roll
I had to
20
highlight it to be able to
sucks.
see
It
it.
sucks butt. All right, let me make sure it's not shared to anybody anymore. All right,
I got you. I'll let
You just
tell
gotta make sure
then.
you close it.
I did. I closed it again. Just
Well, players have to close it
Yeah.
if they left it open and you unshared it. It's
Well-
not
Screen capping. Hang on.
balls.
Now I know all its secrets.
Gotta go back and check the
Amelia tears
VOD.
this page and puts it in her journal.
Go back. I don't even know if I've read
Copy
all the
paste.
stuff that's been put on there. Because
I
Care
saw,
Bear
like, the
wrote a
first
bunch of
couple
that.
sentences, and I feel like
I saw something about DC and then a number that I can't remember now. Now I'm sad.
Yeah,
I wish I'd
started
remembered
to
it.
scroll and it was just like I saw stars and I'm like I'm probably not supposed to read this and then I'm like hey Contos.
You know what's funny? There's a whole section. I know, right? There's a whole section that's GM notes only visible to GM, and all this is put in the other part.
Oh, see, you should put that in your GM notes. Hey GM,
Yeah, from one GM to another, you should probably put those in GM notes.
I just
Yeah.
did.
you're welcome.
Oh,
Wait, am I official GM now? Is that how this works? I'm only 6 episodes into one campaign.
I
Does that
mean,
make me
do you
a GM now?
do you feel like a GM? Because that's
I
what
do
Never.
actually.
Never feel like a GM.
I do actually. I'm really enjoying it. I think I prefer. There's elements of playing that I like, but I think I might prefer just GMing. Weird, huh?
No,
No, I mean,
some
I
people
enjoy
being a
DMing.
Forever DM.
what's that?
Mhm.
I said some people enjoy being a forever DM.
Yeah. I enjoy playing. I enjoy DMing. Honestly, like,
It's different types of creativity, right? Like
oh, absolutely.
the creativity that I do with Ames and her character and that kind of thing. But then, like, being able to kind of like try and take individual stories and weave them into like a campaign or into an other vision is really interesting to me.
Yep.
Just trying to fit those pieces of a puzzle together.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I love that stuff. But we've gotten side railed again. And So we're gonna-
this time.
It might have been mine. I don't know.
No, it was God's fault for giving us all the information.
Yeah.
on the monster.
it's true. It was 100% God's fault this time. So
to be fair, that was one hell of an investigation check to get even the GM notes on it.
I didn't even get to read it. Can you show me again, please? I didn't even roll for
Yeah.
my investigation here. Hold on.
all right, go ahead and so if you're investigating this,
This is a 9. That's worth all that info, right?
Is
no
anyone assisting
Um,
Amelia?
perception, investigation, arcana, religion. All of these things factor in and will give you different types of information.
All right, I'm gonna do religion check. Ignore my pretend investigation.
Okay, so before you roll,
Oh, too late.
before you roll,
Ignore that too.
I want to know who's all planning to do something with the body. Who is doing part of the investigation? Who is staying out of it? And I want to know what the plan is, and I want to know how you guys are doing, what you're doing, and then we will start calling. Damn it, Ralligan, stop! And then we will.
That's a critical failure on
You
those.
stand up and your leg breaks. Congrats.
Yeah, congrats. You get -5 movement forever and can't take the dash action.
Oh no. Rip.
I mean, that's retirable right there.
You might
okay,
just reroll your
so-
character at this point.
Who is investigating the dead hobgoblin?
Me, Ames.
Okay.
And Nags. I mean,
And
Eska.
Eska. Where is Eska at on here? Go ahead and move yourself over to it. I can't find you on my... Oh, there you are.
Yeah, there I am.
And Geo, you are handling you're handling the burials currently, yes?
Yeah. I
Okay.
plan on investigating the Wendigo, but not immediately. So
Okay.
maybe in the morning.
Ames and Eska.
It is morning.
It is morning. Ames and Eska, would you be helping with the burial before you investigate, or would you just go to investigate it and leave the burials to them?
I would leave the burials to them since I'm not a coin collector and they're all coin collectors and they seem to be very into their customs. And
Mhm.
the last time I wanted to help with something, I kind of got a little bit admonished for it. So I'm just going to respectfully let them do their thing and I'll play some music afterwards if they would like me to.
Okay.
I was gonna try to help, but just assume that Relican didn't let me, like last time.
Fair enough. And then Winston, what are you doing?
I'll just say, I'm really good at digging holes if you want me to help. If not,
You're
sure.
welcome to help.
Sure. And you just see him pull out this looks like a giant twig, and then it just turns into a wooden shovel and starts digging appropriate sized holes.
I'll start digging another one.
Okay. All right. So while you guys are doing that digging, we will come back to Ames and Eska. How are you two going about investigating this corpse? What are you doing? What are you looking for? How are you looking for it? Etc. Etc. So I want you to kind of walk me through what you're looking for, and then we'll do the roll so I know what to answer for you.
So I'd like to look and see if there's anything familiar about the appearance now that, we're not freaked out, that reminds me of any of the folklore or stories or religious things that I've heard in the past. I
Okay.
also am looking for any kind of like symbolic clothing or tokens or engravings or tattoos or markings of any sort that also lead me to that kind of thing as well.
Okay.
Just to see if I know anything about it, basically in history or lore or religion.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Whichever one you want to roll, go for it.
Oh, I rolled worse this time.
Okay. Before I start giving you your answers, Eska, what are you looking for?
I have been a surprise sorcerer for about 7 hours now, so I'm making the most confident Arcana check you've ever seen.
Oh, hell
Beautiful.
Yeah. Wait, you're a sorcerer now, Eska?
Well,
Mhm.
he's a fiery boy now.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Blame Jesus.
Wait, is this from our last level up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for your Arcana check, what are you trying to figure out? What are you looking for here?
I mean, there was the mask thing that Ace had on before, when
Ooh.
you were goblin. There's also the black rock, sharp rock things.
Okay.
And
you know what, though?
I'm convinced that I'll be able to recognize any kind of magic.
I hope
You
you're
know
rolling
what,
that 20.
This whole... What
Yeah.
happened to the other guy's head? Didn't we break that mask too? Didn't Winston break it?
Yeah, Winston
Yes.
broke that mask.
We need Winston to stop being a head crusher.
That's true, because he did smash this dude's head too.
Yeah.
Things try to stop killing me and my friends, and or the people I'm.
Just smash their chest in next time, maybe.
Kind of hard to aim when you're just in a,
In a blind rage.
in a blind rage.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think
What?
this is? Golf? Come on.
He has 100% accuracy so far.
That's fair. All right. So Eska, go ahead and give me your Arcana check.
I didn't get to see it. I hope it was really bad.
Okay. All right.
I hope it was bad because he's convinced he's right.
Yes, I know this is
Yeah.
going to be really good. So, Ames,
Perfect.
you
Yes.
looking for tattoos of religious significance, holy symbols of any sort. You're not finding holy symbols. While the body, the creature had tattoos, his skin has been stretched and distorted that you're not able to make out what it is. Think of like a prune almost, where the skin is just kind of folded in on itself and it's been dried out almost at this point. So he's laying, his body is there, and the skin is flabby and stretched and torn and opened in a variety of places where you would have seen some of his natural weapons that the creature was using would have been exposed, right? So where he would have had claws, the front half of all of his fingers is just completely gone. Like that skin has been ripped off. The bone is there, but the skin has been removed from that middle knuckle on down on all of his fingers, right? So he's got tattoos, but you can't identify anything religious. You are able to figure some of the tattoos look like what's the word I'm looking for? Teeth. They look like a bite mark, or like stylized teeth of a predator or a vampire or some sort of a carnivore, and he has dozens of those over his body.
Okay.
But as far as religious significance, you don't think those have religious significance.
Okay.
Now, Nags, as Eska is there helping Ames, Eska, you recognize these tattoos. These tattoos are something that your grandfather taught you about when you were younger, and you still had interest in arcane things. Which is wonderful because now you have those powers that he wanted you to have that you never really figured out. So now maybe Grandpa will be proud of you and he'll love you again.
I can't believe that he would ever stop loving shenanigans here.
And so as you look at these marks, you realize they're not teeth. That if you were to unstretch them and get them back together, they make images of people, right? Of people standing side by side, of people interacting in different ways. And so what you know happened is that some form of spirit took the body, and these wide variety of creature spirits all kind of enhanced him into this creature. Chances are somebody else has already been infected by those spirits within the camp, is what you're worried about. So now you have to be careful, because the good news is these what Ames identified as bite marks and you've identified as people, those show up before the change happens.
Okay.
You gonna tell me all this?
Yes, I sure am.
Eska, look at these marks. These are bad tattoos.
No.
Do you think we should take the skin off and
That's
smooth
a
it out?
curse. No, don't touch it. Don't touch it at all.
What about with the stick?
I wouldn't listen. Those are people.
What, they look like
You
teeth.
think the bite mark? They're tattoos. Okay, Elgin told me about this back when I Whatever. Elton sucks.
But no, he's really nice to me. I met him, you know. He helped me with the gem that was caught, the charm that was caught in my hair.
Did he help you?
Yeah, and he gave me the lovely tea, and he told me some great things about myself. He said that one day I will know more than he does.
Well, yeah, that day is now. He doesn't know anything. You could go back there right now. He wouldn't recognize you.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of average looking. Now that I have all this green stuff in my hair and on my face.
I like the green.
Well,
Be
it's
nicer to
kinda
yourself.
splotchy. It goes with your ear at least. Okay, so you say they're people, they definitely look like teeth.
Yes,
And I'm not
yes.
to touch them.
Yeah, don't touch them. This can spread.
You know what?
You know how you've been suspicious of Relican since we got
Yes. Yes.
here? Yeah.
Yep. Those coin collectors.
I'm sorry.
Do you
I
know
think you were right.
what if Indigo brought it here? Notice how he's missing.
No, I think he was cool.
You think so? I don't know. He was here for a couple things, said some things. Helder's gonna take away all of your powers. Blah. And
I
then he like
slept in his
left
hot
again.
tub, so I think he's cool.
Yeah, but okay, but how do you know that was really a hot tub?
I mean, I was wet.
Yeah, but okay, so what if you went in the hot tub and under your fur, you now have these tattoos? Do we need to shave you? We might have to shave you.
Don't shave me.
Yes,
You're not
we
gonna
might
do
have
that.
to. What if you have the thing?
What if you have the tattoos on your scalp? We should cut all your hair off.
I don't know. We might need to. That'd get rid of the green, wouldn't it?
Well, I thought you'd be. Can you shave your head?
Huh? Can we shave? We might have to. 'Cause what?
Let's go do it right now.
I touched it. I touched it when I was looking at it.
Okay, we should definitely go back to camp and shave your head then to make sure that it hasn't spread.
Well, then we're shaving you too to make sure it hasn't spread on you.
Catch it?
Did you say yes?
Don't touch me.
Well, then you can't shave my head. This is a both for both of us. I still think it was Indigo that did this. He was here and now he's gone. And you.
Hey, you
he's
know, I
gone.
do
He
trust
could
him,
have
but
been
maybe.
this. Then who is this? One of the dead coin collectors?
Who's who? What?
That's the body here with the teeth. I mean, the people tattoos, the teeth tattoos.
Is this one of the coin collectors? No, this is a hobgoblin for
That's-
sure.
This is
Well,
yes,
yeah.
this is very, very easily
No,
identified
this
as
is-
a hobgoblin.
Without a head. Yeah, but who took it over? One of the coin collectors.
I don't.
It obviously was possessed by some like elk thing. You heard the noises. They went. "Roar!"
Really? I think they went more like.
No, I think it was more higher pitch.
The little you hear a poof. It was more like
Yeah, like that. Like a bad flute. Like a bad
Nice.
flute, right? Amelia's gonna pull out her flute and she's gonna try to make that noise on her flute.
okay.
Over and over until she thinks she
Oh
gets
gosh.
it right.
Okay.
You know they're having a funeral.
Well, I'm doing it quietly. Don't be dumb. Come on, Aska. Like I'd sit here and do it really loud. They're trying to have a funeral over there. Shh. So she's quietly using her flute to try and replicate this noise. How successful am I at replicating the noise?
I mean not.
Why not? I'm good at the flute. Can I
You-
roll something?
Go for it. Roll. Let's do a performance check to see. Yeah, there you go.
Should be kind of okay at it. I
Yeah, it
think.
should be, yeah, I mean, it'd take you a little while. You realize you can't do it right unless you give it a lot of oomph. But you
Yeah,
get
but
kind
I can't
of
give it a lot of oomph right now
a
because of the-
gist. You get the gist of it, right? You
Yeah,
think you got
okay.
the gist of it, but you know, unless you just blast it, you're
Now's
not
not
going
the
to
time to
actually
blast it.
get it. So
So Eska, it sounds like that, but I can't. I'm gonna have to like really once the funeral's over, I'll really put my like wind behind it, and I'll get it
Gotcha.
perfect. Will it? Do you think it's gonna like bring other magical beings here though? When I make the noise,
When you make the noise? No, I don't
Yeah.
think that's going to be the issue.
Okay. Okay. So
I think the
I think
issue
that,
is we have to stay suspicious of everyone.
okay, I think we need to we should interrogate the coin collectors. See what
I-
they know. And I'll look at them and see if I can see the tooth people tattoos.
Gotcha.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to try meditating.
What?
Real quick,
I've seen. Yep.
by this point, you have dug the graves and you've been able to put the bodies in. We can allow, Gio, we can allow you to do anything with your. We'll cut back to Eska names here in a second, but Gio, if you have any sort of RP moment you want to do with your graves, we can do that now. Otherwise, you will have finished burying your fallen and performing their ordinances and rites, or however the coin collectors do. And then you will be able to move on from there to join the investigation.
Okay. I don't have anything specifically for the funeral. Just afterwards, I'm gathering the coin collectors in the hut tent.
Okay.
See, Eska, look. They're going off by themselves now too.
I mean, they're in mourning. I wouldn't be that suspicious.
It's the afternoon. Oh,
Oh
he
my
meant
God.
morning. Never mind.
Just if my mic would pick up my clapping, I'm clapping right now. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Carry on, guys. It sounded like you had more to say. I didn't stop you.
No,
What?
who are we gonna start with?
I already told you. I'm not going to interrogate anybody. I'm going to try
What?
meditating.
What's meditating gonna help with?
I don't know. This is new to me. Level 4 used to meditate. Ace used to meditate. They were both.
They're both dead.
Yeah, but I. I mean, the whole magic thing
I have
is
magic.
proof that I can't die. That I was right the whole time.
I have magic. Do you ever see me meditate?
Do I?
I don't meditate. Why? Because I value my life.
I want to try it.
Oh, I'm so scared. And Amelia's gonna put her hand on Aska's shoulder, and she's going to bow her head, and she's very softly going to say, "Dear Helder, please protect Aska as he meditates. It didn't end well for our other party members who were also meditators. Thank
Serial
you.
meditators.
Find
They didn't-
Amelia.
They didn't die while meditating, did they?
I don't. Maybe. Do
Maybe
you
Ace
know if
did.
they were meditating while they were fighting?
I think that's kind of counter to what meditating is.
Are you sure? You're new to this whole magic thing. You
You're
said so
right, I
yourself.
am. I've seen Ace and Thelefora meditate before they tragically died, but it didn't seem like they were fighting.
Well,
At the
okay,
time.
so but part of magic is you have to channel your magical energy into like a focus.
I know. I'm doing the channeling,
Okay, but
and
the
the
channeling
casting.
is sort of part of a meditation. thing.
Verbal
Like, you
and
have to have a lot of
somatic.
concentration and stuff, right?
Material costs. I understand all this.
Okay. Well, I
like
still
that.
prayed for you.
To
Well,
do
thank you.
the cha-cha.
Oh, okay. Oh, Helder, please
Yeah.
protect him. Okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
sit
You
down
meditate.
right
I'm
here.
going to. I'm gonna go over and talk with Winston. Good luck.
Thank you.
May Helder protect you. And as he's going, Amelia just starts humming under her breath, like she can't help it, going, trying to find the note to harmonize with them.
Okay. So, Eska, what is your goal right now?
I don't.
Are you meditating
die.
because it's just like you've seen other people do it, so it must
Yeah.
be?
That's
Okay.
exactly it. I don't even know like how to start meditating or what the actual goal of meditation is. I've just seen other people sit quietly for a long time,
Okay.
so I'm gonna do that.
Okay, that is so far out of the realm of Eska's natural behavior. You're gonna
Mhm.
have to give me a wisdom save.
I plan on not making it longer than 90 seconds.
Okay. I mean, above
Just long
90
enough.
seconds, it's at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because 90 seconds will feel like a really long time to Eska,
I've
won't it?
never meditated with purpose.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Even
The
at
best
disadvantage,
meditator.
suck it, DM.
Look at that. All right. Well,
That's some good
Ames,
meditation.
to
Yeah.
your complete surprise, Eska seems to almost leave. Like he has put himself into such a perfect meditative trance that it's almost as if his mind has left his body and gone elsewhere.
Thank you, Heldor. Thank you.
Eska,
Mhm.
as you are meditating, you start to see something in your mind's eye. And it's difficult for you to make out because you're not used to meditating. You're not used to visions, at least not when you're high. And and
You mean
so
sober?
Sober?
That's
Sober,
right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
He's not high right now, right? Or I'd want in on it.
yeah, no, I meant sorry. I
Okay.
said what I did not mean. I did not mean what I said. You're not used to it sober, and you're not able to really get a very good vision of what you're looking at. But it's a scene from high in the sky, and you hear the flapping of wings. And as you look to your right and then to your left, you can see black wings of black feathered wings as it's flying high above mountains and forests. And then, you continue in that fashion for, 10, 15 minutes of meditation before you'll come back to reality. Snap back to reality, which you might
There
think.
comes gravity.
Yep. And now, while you do that, we are going to cut over to the coin collectors, where Ralakan has gathered the troops to have a conversation.
Yeah, so I brought you all here to discuss our plans moving forward. My personal thought is to have most of the coin collectors, except for me and my second in command, return to Althalos to keep tabs on things there. Well, me and Leopold complete the mission out here. And honestly, I know why you're here, and I know that you guys don't particularly, that you're coin collectors and that you will fight with us, but I can't lose any more of you.
I definitely agree. We can kill all these new people without any of your help, and there's no need to get any of you in danger.
But has always been an open company, and I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts as well.
Well, the Knolls, they don't like it. They talk about the pack is important. The pack is important to them, and that when you start to separate the pack becomes weaker and easier to kill. And so they are very concerned about separating the pack. They don't like that idea at all. These two don't like the idea of leaving you. They're okay with returning to Althalos, but they would rather you come with them, or at the very least, they get to wait for you. They don't want to go all the way back to Althalos without you, because if something happens, they don't want to be that far away. They would rather not be. The general consensus is nobody wants to leave. Nobody here wants to leave you. Leopold's open distrust of the other people here makes them distrust them as well, and they worry that your safety, not only from the many things happening in the area, the many creatures that seem to be roaming the forest as of late, are a danger, but also your new traveling companions obviously pose a threat, right? Because they've all heard the conversations. They've all heard they've all overheard Ames and Eska. They have not ever been really quiet about the possibility of having to kill people or dismissing Indigo or those things. And then add to that Leopold's concerns. They are very concerned with leaving you behind. They don't like it at all.
Hey, some of the coin collectors liked Amelia, by the way, because she sang those songs for them.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just making sure. So some might be okay with them leaving.
Those might be the ones on the ground. Who knows?
That's true too. That's true too.
See what happens when you like Amelia? You die.
No.
I understand the concerns. How about this? We have you guys return to Lakeshore and keep watch there. What's the wizard's name?
Wilder.
Wildur can check with me each day, and we'll keep you guys updated on where me and Leopold are at. In the event something happens and no report is given, you are welcome to choose what you would like to.
We still wouldn't be able to get there to you if something were to happen. The best we could do is avenge you.
Yeah. But I've lived a long time. And you know better than anyone that it's gonna have to be... it's gonna have to find me first.
Give me a persuasion check. With advantage.
Yay.
There you have it. Yeah. They're okay with it as long as they don't have to go beyond Lakeshore. And Wilder sends messages on the regular to communicate between you and them. They're okay with that.
Then that's the plan. You're dismissed.
Okay. Everybody else who's in the camp, Winston, Kurak, Ames, and Eska see the coin collectors come out and start gathering up things. They're breaking camp, going about their normal business of breaking camp. Maybe a little somber.
Wait, is Karak here?
No. I happened to be looking at his token when I was talking.
Okay.
So I was adding that one in there.
I wasn't gonna try to talk to him or anything. It was just I wanted to know if he came back from his mysterious whatever it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where you guys are at the moment. You see them coming out, and this is about the time where Eska, you are in the middle of your trance. Ames, you are still humming along with him, writing your new tune or whatever it is that you are doing.
Yeah.
But you are all free to act at this point as the camp is being broke down. It is right around midday at this point.
So Negs is still meditating?
Yep, he's in. He's got just a little bit left.
I'm a bird.
You are a bird.
Do I recognize it? Anything, or is it just? Like, am I actually looking through a real bird's eyes, or just a hallucination? Or is that possible to determine?
How would you be able to determine the difference?
Yeah, I wouldn't. But do I recognize the place that I'm flying over?
I mean, you've never seen it from the sky, but I think we can give it a shot. It would have to be a survival check with a fairly high DC.
Come on, baby, nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
That one.
You do remember. You absolutely recognize where you're at, and it's a place, that you've been, that you definitely know, and you know well. Like, people tell you that you know it well. So yeah, but you know it. You're sure.
Okay, gotcha.
You've never been there, but you've seen pictures of it 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's Thailand.
This is that postcard from Idaho.
Yeah, exactly. Potatoes. All right,
So
what's everybody else doing?
I was humming along. I'm gonna go over and talk to Winston, if I can. Hey, Winston.
Yes.
So I was over there trying to investigate that body, and
weren't you looking at it? Doesn't that mean you were investigating the body?
yeah. Well, I was trying to. I can't do a full investigation because you've crushed his head in.
I don't really remember doing that, to be honest with you.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
know
go there
you.
towards the end.
Yeah, I understand how that goes sometimes. There's times when I'm completely just not aware of what's going on. Usually involved some kind of narcotic, or substance like alcohol. But like a lot of it. But this is the second body we've had where you've crushed the head in so much we can't figure out what's going on. So
I told you the story, and now you understand why I don't like to fight. I don't like to get mad.
well, can you crush a different part that's not the head maybe?
Can you stop humming or singing for 24 hours?
No, actually,
Exactly.
it's in my nature. So your nature is to crush heads? Winston, that's scary.
I just have a lot of anger problems.
Hmm.
and
Maybe you
it's
should
hard to
try-
control sometimes,
I'm sorry.
but I
This,
let them loose.
this makes me feel sad. Can I write you a song to make you feel better?
That would not make me feel better.
Where I'm from, and even back in the city where I started off this journey, where I met Eska and Kurek, everybody else is dead now, but was well regarded for my singing and songwriting and performance.
I have no doubt of that.
So I could write you something very nice that might make you feel a little less ragey, maybe. Why don't I try? And I'll go away because you'll like that, and then I'll write something, and then later I'll come back, and then maybe it'll be less ragey for you, and then you won't crush in skulls.
I just enjoy peace and quiet in nature, and this is far from what I anticipated or expected when just trying to help some innocent farmers.
I don't think anything's what I don't even know what I expected. There's a lot of people that are dying. And now Eska is quote unquote meditating. You know, the last people that we had meditated on our team, they're all dead now. So I think Eska's next. I don't recommend meditation.
You know, the last people that we had set on fire died too.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
Poof.
Dana?
Where do burgers go on vacation? The Swiss Alps or the Chesapeake Valley?
Hey, you can crush that head in. Winston, feel free. That little thing that pops up, feel free to crush its head.
I hit it once, it doesn't seem to have done anything.
Oh. Can you hit it harder next time?
Very hard. He flies, and my arms are not that
Mm.
long.
What if you also could fly?
That would be quite impressive because I'm very large.
Yeah, but you have these magic boots or something.
They don't allow me to fly?
What if you had magic wings?
Those would have to be really big wings.
Well, next time you're in a dream, just ask for magic wings instead of boots.
I didn't ask for the boots. They were given to me.
Then what? You don't just get given boots.
They're on my feet. I was just given them.
How come I can't get magic things when I'm dreaming? This life is not fair, you know that?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I do.
Anyway, I don't recommend meditation. Do you meditate?
I don't know what that word means. I just kind
Hey.
of sit and stare at the sky and appreciate nature.
I think that sounds better than meditation. So, have you ever seen anything like this creature that we fought before?
Only from our previous run-ins.
Winston,
Oh,
give me
it's the same?
Give me either a history or an arcana check, whichever one you would rather. Because there actually
that
is a
is-
chance that Winston would recognize it at this point.
Okay, all my tabs are correct. Yeah. Perfect.
Oh no!
It's your Uncle Tom. It's Uncle
It
Tommy.
reminds me of my Uncle Tom.
Wait. Your Uncle Tom had like tattoos that look like teeth that are people?
Wait, he never said anything about tattoos or people.
So on the corpse over there, if you want to come and look, it has like these tattoos on the prune skin that has like, they look like teeth to me, but Eska said they're people. But don't
Tommy
touch
was
it.
quite pruny. He was, spent a lot of time outside, and when you do that, your skin becomes leathery
It
and
does.
wrinkled, and
You get old really fast. I've definitely seen it.
then his fuzz was like sun dried, so it was bright yellowish white.
Mm. Okay. So your Uncle Tom was looked like the
Buffalo
dead
like
thing.
me, yes.
But you don't look like the dead thing.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look exactly like my Uncle Tommy. It just looks like the memory that I have of my Uncle Tommy.
Oh. Did you like your Uncle Tommy?
It's kind of odd, but I didn't hate him.
Did he have holes in his skin too? Because this guy also has holes in his skin.
Why would he have holes in his skin?
Well, the animal claws were poking through, right?
Yeah, but my Uncle Tommy is not that thing. It just looks like him.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Winston, I'm sorry that your Uncle Tommy is making me feel sad. Winston, why is talking to you making me feel sad? Winston, are you okay?
No, I just want to go back to my peaceful existence, and this is far from what I thought I would be getting into after my self-exilation.
Actually, when you mention that, one of the coin collectors leans over and tells you, a few of us are heading back to Lakeshore if you want to come with.
Out of character, is that where I'm from? 'Cause I don't think we
Lakeshore,
ever gave a name to it.
yeah. So Lakeshore, Lakeshore
And you recruited us in.
is where you recruited the party.
Oh, that's the big city.
Yeah, that was the city. So you live in the woods around Lakeshore. You just don't live in Lakeshore.
Wait, when Eska finds out, Winston, you can't leave us.
What kind of look is Petunia giving right now?
She is uncomfortable. The area still smells very much like the creature. There is blood all over the place. People have been killed. And Petunia is very much out of her element. She is not a trained warbear. She's a grizzly.
Yeah.
But she is not a trained warbear, and she's very much out of her element and feeling very uncomfortable and scared.
I'm just gonna grab like the front of her head and like scritch under the chin, and just
She licks your face.
perfect. Ask her. Do you want to leave? Would you prefer to stay? Not here, but around, because I know you're from around here. But these people are leaving. You could go with them and maybe pick up my scent or find somewhere safer to live. Just please don't eat them if you do go with them.
She seems torn, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the body language, you can see that she likes the idea of leaving, but she also doesn't want to leave you because she's grown attached to you and wants to keep you safe.
Well, I'll look at her and be like, I have to stay with them. They would fall apart without me. I'm kind of the linchpin that keeps them together, or at least keeps them safe anyway. Hopefully we can find the source of all this sooner rather than later, because this adventuring is far from what I expected.
Whew. Amelia looks visibly relieved and smiles, but doesn't say anything.
Petunia kind of huffs at you, Ames.
What? Why?
And
I've
then,
helped Petunia.
I mean, you could ask Winston to find out why. He could read her body language, but Petunia huffs at you and then looks back at Winston and then sits.
Winston, what's with the bear? Why is Petunia? Why does Petunia hate me?
She doesn't hate you. She hates whatever the hell that creature is and what's causing all this, and she doesn't feel comfortable around it. She's forcing herself to be around here for me. And I'm here because of you all.
Well, maybe I can help her next time we go into battle. try to make her feel better. I could like make her brave or something. Or
don't know
so
if
she
you
can
noticed,
overcome
but
some of her fears.
she did not go anywhere near that thing.
That's what well, I did notice. I mean, I noticed that she wasn't there, and I noticed that we didn't have to heal her because she normally like runs in, right? And then there's like she like that one fight, she took a lot of hits, and we had to like go and help her and stuff, right? And I helped her a bunch of times. And I don't want her to die or anything, but maybe it would be good if I was able to like kind of make her feel better next time we go into combat. If we have to fight anything, I'm not saying that we will. It just seems like we fight things a lot.
Bad news does seem to surround you people.
Yeah. I kind of blame Kurek for that.
Where is
That-
that giant thing?
I
man?
don't know
Turtle.
how does a turtle just go missing?
They're pretty quiet when they move slow, so I mean,
Well, he's kind of big though.
well, obviously he moved away before any of us heard him, so he's quieter than you give him credit for.
Well, maybe we were preoccupied. So, have you seen any beasts or anything with like teeth people tattoos? Do you want to come and look at these tattoos?
Beast people teeth tattoo? What?
Yeah, they look like teeth to me, the tattoos on the body. Come look. Come look. But don't touch it because it's catchy.
It's catchy, like
I lower my voice a bit and I say, Eska says it's a curse and that it spreads. And that if we touch it, we could also get these markings on us and then we become corrupted or something.
well, it's good that I was just covered in its blood.
Yeah. I don't know if that's how it works exactly. You'll have to ask Eska. He's meditating right now. He's probably going to die next now. But that's another thing. But if you come look, do you recognize
No,
any of
I'm
these
not.
symbols? Are you... Oh, Eska, welcome back.
I
Um,
am
did you-
the best at this magic thing.
Did you enjoy your meditation? I'm asking Winston if he wants to come and look at these markings. To see if he's seen the teeth people markings in his past. Or in his little bit of adventure in the woods where he lives and stuff, you know? He says it kind of reminds him of his uncle Tommy.
Who was your Uncle Tommy?
It was Uncle Duh.
Yeah, it was just my uncle. And spent a lot of time in the sun, tan, stretched skin. As he got older, you know, happens to most people when they get older.
Is he alive still?
I don't know.
Oh.
I haven't been back to that home in a long time.
Winston was exiled, remember? He exiled himself. Eska.
Amelia, I told you that. I didn't tell
Oh, Winston, I'm so sorry. Amelia
Okay.
feels bad.
Never
him that.
tell
You
him the
can't keep
secret.
secrets. Yeah. It's,
Noted.
Did you tell me it was a secret too?
well, considering I shared the story at about 2 in the morning around a campfire while keeping guard, I thought that was pretty
Oh.
much, you know.
Okay. I don't think all right, so 2 a.m., keep Winston's secrets. I'm going to write this down so it doesn't happen again, Winston. Amelia takes out her notebook. She writes, if it's 2 a.m. and Winston tells a story, do not repeat the story.
You could probably just take my name out of there and just put anyone.
Okay. And then she puts an underline and says, and an arrow and says anyone, then she shows it to Winston. Do you want to come look at this body, Winston? I mean, it's okay, I guess, if you don't want to. It's kind of gross. You really caved his head in.
I don't care that you were exiled, by the way. I still like you. Or I do care if that hurts. I don't know what to say. I feel however you want me to feel about your exile situation.
You were both. I thought I was bad with words.
Okay, well,
And just turn back to Petunia and be like, I'm gonna go look at whatever the hell that thing was. I'll be right back. Try not to worry. I'll be right over there. I'll go look at whatever the hell teeth tattoo body
They look like teeth to me,
thing.
and Neg says they're people.
I recognize them from a book that Elgin, my great, etc. grandfather, showed me when I was small. Don't say I'm small now.
You
Don't
are
do
though.
that. I know.
You are.
Small isn't young. Anyway, look at him.
Don't touch them.
All right, Winston, what are you looking for on the creature? And at this point, Ralakan, are you also checking the creature out?
I was just told to be like, hey, do you recognize any of these things?
I'd imagine I'm already looking at the body while they're
Okay.
approaching.
So we'll work with Ralakan first, and then we'll work
for
with
it.
Winston as he gets there.
Yep. Sounds good.
So what specifically are you looking over, Ralakan? I know you're a little bit more thorough of an investigator.
Yep. My first thing I'd want to look for is
Are you
kind of the
lost?
nature of this particular transformation.
Okay.
If it is self-induced or imposed.
Okay.
Are you also a storage warrior with that? Yep.
Yep. Investigation? Insight?
What you've described is more of an Arcana check.
Wait.
The nature of the body, it's impossible to be able to identify whether it was forced or not. However, most creatures that can change shape that you know of do not have the damage done to their bodies when they revert back to their natural shape. But the caveat to that is he was murdered in that shape, so you don't know if he were to change willingly later, if his body would be mangled as it is now, or if that's due to the many, many wounds dealt to him during combat last night.
And then can I make an insight check to go with my gut feel on how intelligent I felt this particular creature was?
Yeah, go for it. You can have advantage.
Which I need.
Jeez, man. Too bad you
Go
didn't have
snort.
like inspiration or something.
I have some.
Still have mine.
I still have mine, but I'm not going to use it on my gut feeling.
Uh,
Time to
him-
eat.
Can I use my inspiration on his roll?
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Real quick before we move on, Care Bear, was that DM inspiration or Bardic inspiration that you had saved up?
It was the DM inspiration.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure because Bardic inspiration just gives you a slight bonus.
Yeah, that would have faded away already.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, I know. That's what I was checking for. So Ralakan, as you start to think back, you kind of get the idea that it was operating by instinct, and then you remember the way it deliberately moved from target to target, looking for soft targets, and it's important because visually speaking, Eska is a soft target. Eska doesn't wear heavy metal armor. Eska is short. It gives off the cute vibes. Like, theoretically, if a creature is hunting by instinct alone and looking for the weak one of the pack, Eska is who it would, unfortunately, for it, because Eska destroys things, Eska is who it would target, and it would avoid others. However, this one specifically came after you once you had hit it with some solid arrows. A bear wouldn't do that. An animal, a natural beast of some sort wouldn't do that. Even an owl bear wouldn't know to do that. They wouldn't. They would react to the anger or the pain with anger. They wouldn't react by seeking out that deliberately. So this creature operated. It was thoroughly intelligent. It was planning. It was thinking. And it had been stalking you guys. The way it attacked was intentional in all that it did.
When I notice Eska and Ames and Winston come up, I'm gonna mention this creature is very intelligent. When did you guys start having issues with it?
What creature? The creature that was inside this creature, or because this is not the one we fought, right? This is looks like one of those goblin things.
It's Hobgoblin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
is
fought
the
like a
one I'm
big elf
referring
thing.
to. Yeah.
The big elf
But you
thing
guys-
shrunk into this thing.
Have mentioned that you've been fighting hobgoblins all the way up.
There was a dragon once.
A dragon?
Yeah, it was a little dragon, a miniature dragon.
Out of character, how long has it been? It was like as soon as we left Lakeshore, right?
When you what?
Started to encounter hobgoblins. It was like
It wasn't. It was about. I want to say you guys are about a week out when you had your first encounter with the goblins, and that
before
led
was
you.
owlbears, I remember.
Yeah, when it was still owlbears and goblins, and that led you. That encounter led you backwards, where you were able to identify that there were hobgoblins causing a lot of this stuff. So, I mean, that was about a week and a half after you set out from Lakeshore. It's probably been another week and a half since that initial encounter, maybe even 2 weeks. So,
yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago. But we figured that our original plan was to just take care of some owlbears for some farmers. And we think the hobgoblins were affecting those as well, which was, if I'm correct in Kantos' explanation, about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Do you know about? Does he know about the? Amelia looks over, starts to talk to Ralakan, and then stops and looks at Eska. Does he know about the owlbears and the black shards?
I don't have any knowledge of your exploits.
So when we got attacked by owlbears, and unfortunately we had to kill some of them, which really greatly upset Winston. And the owlbears had these like black shards coming out of their skin, and it looked like they were put there by not willingly. Do we have some? We have some. Who has some? I know we collected some. Eska, do you have any?
I thought it was Winston. Winston, do
Does
you have
Winston have some of the black shards still on him?
Never had any to begin with.
Ace and
it was
Thelaphora.
Ace and Thelaphora.
Oh, I wonder if it was Ace and Thelaphora.
I should've-
Maybe Kurt.
So,
but
hold up.
Whenever he comes back.
I want to say Kurak does. I don't know if you guys heard that. My wife just, why are you calling me to the kids who are calling her from the living room, which is on the other side of the door from where she is. So, and it's
calling on the phone call.
yeah.
Well, it's easier than yelling her name. I mean,
I guess. Let's see.
Maybe not easier than just walking to that room though.
That's yeah. That's where I go with that. You just
That's
get up
pretty
and you walk
lazy,
in the next
even
room.
for me. I'm gonna do that when
You
I go to
want
my
me
mom's.
to walk? Excuse
Yeah.
you?
Want me to use my legs like a sucker?
My mistake.
Somebody in our party has some
Yeah.
of the black shards.
Ace and Thel would have been the ones who had them because Kurak doesn't have them listed. And if none of you have them listed,
I know Ace was ripping them out because he enjoyed them, and then Thelofora pulled one out because, that's his thing.
Oh. No, Amelia, you don't bring the big backpack with you ever. No, everybody has to go through the backpack, and they always make fun of you for having so many things. But if you'd had them right now, you'd have black shards in there to show Ralakan, and we'd get to the bottom of this mystery. And now we just lost all our shards.
Who
Amelia's
told you
a little
not to
bit
bring your big
annoyed.
backpack?
Because they keep pranking my bag, right? And then Kirk
you
put
hear
the
a
green stuff in
faint
it.
ha ha
See?
from the treetops.
And they keep making fun of me. And then remember the time when Ace took my pants out of my bag because he called it quote unquote looting, even though it's clearly my bag.
I mean, that was pretty
Right?
funny.
So
and he
I
rocked those
left my
pants.
big bag. No, it's not. Don't take his side on this, Eska.
Yeah,
It's
why?
wrong.
Don't take my dead friend's side.
No, because I'm your live friend. I should matter.
It was
But
But if
still
I
funny.
had
Stay
my
on
backpack
subject.
with me,
Could
Well,
you
yeah,
guys
here's the
describe the
subject.
black shards?
they were black, crystal-like things that,
Obsidian?
yeah, sort of, yeah, actually,
Yeah.
kind of obsidian looking,
Like a blackish glass.
Yeah.
Do I
But
know
stone.
anything about?
Offhand, your character doesn't. You might remember something with a history check. About where you might have heard this before. You haven't encountered it yourself. But you may have heard something in, chatting with other mercs in a bar somewhere, right? So you could do a history check.
I don't.
Probably don't.
But to be fair, obsidian does make for sharp weapons.
Yeah,
They were like protruding out of their skin. So like they were placed there by magic and it looked like the owlbears were in a lot of pain. And then we saw them again, didn't we? Not on the owlbears?
Did you?
I think we did. Eska, did we? And Winston, do you guys remember? Where's Kurak? He'd remember this stuff.
Where is your turtle friend?
He's gonna get yelled at. I'm yelling at him when I find him again.
I believe there were some hobgoblins that had some in them as well. At some point over the last couple of weeks.
In them?
Yeah, like they cut, like they're
They
in
looked
their
like they
skin.
got hammered into them.
Yeah,
I think they were on the arrows that went into Ace's body as well.
as well. Oh, okay. Yep. So I don't know if these are being used as a form of control or a form of torture. But in any case, it looks like they're, or maybe both, but the people or creatures that these shards have been in, they protrude out of their skin, like Winston said, like hammered in, and then they're like insane with pain.
But there's no black shards in an Algesture 2, the hobgoblin here.
I didn't find any, but I was looking at the tattoos that look like teeth that Eska says are people. Can we look again for shards?
Sure. Medicine check. Whoever wants to do it. Where this
I'm
is,
not touching it.
this is a one-person job, so only one person gets to roll medicine check. So make sure you guys know who's doing it before somebody just rolls.
Who wants to roll?
I am not touching it.
All right, Winston, do you want to do it or I'll do it?
Sure, you can.
Okay. Yes.
Our
roll sucked tonight.
So
wait, can I use my bar? I want to use my GM inspiration.
For a reroll, go for it.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get it better. No whammies, no whammies. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. There are no shards.
There's what?
No shards.
God damn it.
What
can't
else
give
would
me
you
no
like to
shards
know
that I
that
need
would
to.
fall under medicine? Because we might be able to figure something else out for you.
Did it? I don't know. Did it have any kind of ailments, like at all? I don't know what else falls under medicine.
Man,
Did it have
Felifar
any?
would be so
You'll just-
proud.
Peel the skin off.
Does it have
I'm not touching
gangrene?
the skin. Is that? Does it look like it had any diseases or illnesses or?
So, teeth are healthy, which is generally a pretty
Well,
good
aren't
indicator
they
of.
crushed in?
Yes, but the skull is crushed,
Oh, not the teeth.
right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
many of the teeth have been damaged, but there's still enough of you to be able to go through it and look at it. It doesn't show signs of like scurvy or anything. So they were eating well enough; they didn't have problems there.
Okay.
The bone structure is good. It doesn't seem to be weak or riddled with any sort of a sickness. Without touching the skin and kind of maneuvering the body, you can't tell much more from the uncovered bone segments or the muscles or anything that might be on the. Because he is face down on the ground. So
I
you
feel like Ames should roll her sleeves up and go full autopsy, but we're not gonna.
I mean, if you want to.
No, then she might get caught with the illness herself. So.
I mean, you've already touched it.
Oh, that's kind of true. Can I poke around with a stick and like try to remove some of the skin with a stick
Yes.
and like
You'll
look
have.
around with a stick?
Yeah, you can. You're not going to get near as much information as you
No.
might have otherwise. So.
That's
But
okay,
yeah.
but I'll get as much information as I can using a stick. Amelia's
Okay.
very afraid that she catches this.
Okay.
Maybe 2 sticks, one in each hand.
Okay.
Real quick, when Ralakan sees that she's using a stick, I'm also, Wildor, can I get a second opinion? But continue, Ames.
Okay.
You hear Wildor call back that he's on his way. Ames.
So he doesn't have scurvy. His teeth are good.
Correct.
I'm waving the stick around. And then I say, and you can tell here from his bones, the ones that are exposed, and I knock them with the stick, that he's in pretty good shape. So, eating well, no diseases, no osteo somethings.
Osteoporosis?
I don't know. Maybe Thel would tell us. Do you know what that is?
Aim is like, I don't know what it is. I know it's osteo, and Thel says that does with bones, and it doesn't have it. I don't know how I know it doesn't have it, but it doesn't
I
have
knock
it.
on the bones with the stick. See? Good and healthy. And what else do I know?
Good and healthy. I mean, without really getting in there with your hands, you can only identify that he appears to have been in good health before all of this happened to him.
So looks like general possession to me. I don't see any of the black shards poking out of him. There are these holes, but they seem to align with him being an elk beast thing in his skin. And yep. And I start poking at some internal organs with the sticks. I don't know what this organ is, but I've seen this build on the ground before.
Wildor gets over there.
Wildor, will you take a look at this specimen? I took a brief look at it myself, but I'm rubbish at anything that's not the bow.
Don't touch it.
Wilder, would you like my sticks? They're the autopsy sticks.
Any information that you feel is pertinent, I'll trust your judgment. I'll walk over to Wildor and cast guidance.
Okay, and what does guidance do for me?
It's a D4.
Okay.
Would you like my sticks?
He waves off the sticks.
Okay.
So he starts out by checking over medically, and he is agreeing with everything that Ames has said. He does appear to be in good health. He does appear that there hasn't been any sort of a. It doesn't appear to have any sort of normal disease that could
Amelia
have caused
nodding
this.
smugly, by the way.
No osteoporosis, Pog.
Yeah, he's been drinking his milk. He got caught by the propaganda. So then at that point, what direction do you want him to look into? Because he can look into either try and identify the tattoos. He can try to identify maybe a source of where this came from, or there's a few different things, but they're going to be different roles. So I want to know what you want him to focus on first.
I'm interested in the magic of this particular creature, so whatever pushes him towards Arcana.
Okay. So he has advantage on Arcana. So I'll roll 2 20s and 2d4 because I assume you're gonna give him guidance.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and give him his rolls real quick. Let's see. Wow, that's a terrible roll.
No, we want good rolls.
Only good rolls.
We want to
Someone
get
give
to the
the
bottom
DM
of
a
this
nat
mystery.
20.
Yeah.
So do you say someone give the DM a nat 20?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the good news is adding the inspiration, adding his intelligence and his proficiency and his quality. It's not a great roll, but it's still, is if I'm doing the math right, it's still going to be above a 20 DC. So he's still really good. It's just not good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. So he gets a nat 20. So he is able to identify exactly where it comes from. So as he's looking over it, he does borrow one of Ames' sticks, and he sticks it into some of the shredded portions of the skin and kind of pulls it back. And then he sits there and he's like, this isn't this. He looks over at Eska. You think this is contagious?
My grandpa told me that I thought I recognized it.
He kind of gives you a side eye, and then he asks for Winston to roll the body over for him.
Winston, don't touch it.
I'll just use like the end of my hammer and roll it back over.
Okay. So now on its back, this is the first time anybody's seen the front end of the creature because it was face down and nobody wanted to touch the body. So this is your first time seeing the front end. The chest is stretched, expanded, and cracked open. And the stomach is like there's a gap in where the flesh should be, where like the abdominal muscles would help keep your core up and keep your stomach and your intestines all in place, have been separated like torn fabric. And his stomach seems to be stretched abnormally long, and the sight of that kind of causes people to recoil back. And Wildor just kind of nods, and he reaches into his satchel, pulls out a book, and he's kind of flipping through it, checking. He's like, "Yeah, okay." And then he starts to explain where this creature came from. So the hobgoblin was merely a host. The creature itself is it's a hungry spirit from the Fae. How it got here, no idea. No clue how a creature of this nature could have come through into the Fae, because they are generally only summoned. However, there's signs in nature when they're summoned. There's thunderous noise, tearing. You can visibly see the fabric of the universes separate when this creature enters our plane of existence, and it infects a host. And once it's infected that host, it changes the body, and the creature is perpetually hungry. Nothing can satiate its hunger. And the more it eats, the stronger it will become. These hungry spirits have been known to destroy nations if they've gone unchecked for too long. This could have been a horrible, horrible atrocity. Considering the amount of people we lost, I'd say we got off lucky.
So did we kill the spirit or just the host?
I don't know. And this is even with the Nat 20, because this is simply information that is not yet known to the world. People have not been able to identify that yet. In the past, the creature has always been killed by clerics, and they were wielding the power of their gods to do it. So maybe they were banished and sent back. It's incredibly difficult to kill a creature from another plane of existence off of its homeland, off of its home plane. At best, we've sent it back to the Feywild. We haven't killed it completely. And we can't kill it completely without crossing the veil into the Feywild. And that level of magic is well above what I am capable of. We might be able to get an archmage at one of the great colleges to help us, but
So it's this hungry spirit that attaches itself to a host.
correct.
Yeah?
Yes.
And it
Hungry
can jump
for
from
what?
host to host.
Theoretically,
How
though,
is that not contagious?
Well,
good point, Aska.
contagious. A contagion is something that you get through physical interaction and touching. You do not catch a curse of this nature that way. The spirit of the beast enters someone who is consumed by fear, who is
Oh
um,
no.
is
Amelia looks over at Petunia and then over at Winston.
Don't you
generally
look at my bear.
generally someone needs to be consumed by fear, and they notice, though they are inclined to hide the fact they are almost supernaturally inclined to hide it, that they've been infected.
They're aware.
They are aware.
Once we finish with our examinations, I'd like to cleanse this corpse.
Is it only like intelligent creatures like that can be infected, or like normal beasts? Because this is a hobgoblin.
Well, the creature brings its own intelligence. It just needs a physical host.
So, okay.
And it's much smarter than a hobgoblin.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I wish I had better news to share. I did hear someone say that they thought these markings on the skin were a part of the curse, and that's not correct. The markings don't appear. These, I believe, are tattoos.
Just like on the hobgoblin?
Mm-hmm.
Are
That the
they
hobgoblin
people or
had
teeth?
these.
Because they look like teeth to me.
I would say they're teeth that have been stretched out in a grotesque fashion.
Amelia just raises her eyebrow and looks over at Eska.
Wildor
Kinda
looks
with
at
a
Eska as
smug-
well, kind of
Smug,
confused.
I told you so face.
It sounds contagious to me, even after hearing it explained. Don't look at
Those
me.
aren't, but those aren't people, Eska. They're teeth, like I told you. But yes, it does sound
Well,
contagious. I do agree with
I'm
you.
still convinced. You guys didn't even hear about the bird that I just was when I was meditating. So
Wait, you became a bird?
I'm really good at this magic thing, and you guys aren't taking me seriously.
If we're done, step away from the corpse.
Yeah, unless you have more questions for Wildor and want him to check things, he's happy to get away from the corpse.
Yeah, I'll thank you, Wildor, thank you, Master Wildor. Amelia would like to go over to Eska, and she's going to from like his belly button to the tip of his ear go. Does she smell any cinnamon?
Before I answer that question, I need.
From
not
my
sure what
belly button?
a proper smell check would be. But let me look at Eska's character sheet to see if there's anything that would.
Perceptions or smell checks.
Yeah.
That's why consensus
No,
specifically
no,
affect
not
that.
what I meant. Not.
Additionally, once everyone steps away, I'm burning
Hang
the
on.
crap out
Pontus,
of this
I will
corpse
DM
with
you.
sacred flame.
Okay. You're gonna once everybody steps away, you're gonna burn it with sacred flame. You said.
Yep.
Yeah, he around his hip, his hips, smells of cinnamon, strongly of cinnamon.
I smell cinnamon on you, Eska. That means you are definitely good at magic. Because
Yeah, I know.
Winston has magic boots, right? And they smell like cinnamon. And then there's magic all around us, and we got here because of cinnamon smells. So, wait.
Well, I
Does
think
that
I'm a little
also
bit.
mean that you're the bad guy? Because the bad guy smelled like cinnamon too.
Oh, Winston's boots the bad guy?
They're just boots, though. This is actually on your body.
I think I'm a little bit better at magic than boots.
I don't know. Winston, what do your boots do?
What?
They just
I-
grow on your feet, right? Like, they're made of
They-
leaves and branches and stuff.
They grew around my feet, yes, but I mean they're quite comfortable.
Yeah.
And,
Don't they, like,
I mean, I
help you move?
feel stronger when I have them on than I did before.
Yeah. See? Magic dream boots. We know what it is. It means magic, Geo.
Yep, dead on.
Yeah.
If only there was, a doctor who already explained where Winston got his boots from.
Yeah, the
as,
phase. The
as
phase.
did Wilbur.
Yeah. Yeah, so Aska smells like that too. Because he's magic.
This all tracks for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes total sense.
100%.
The hobgoblin still smells faintly of cinnamon as well, though.
Yeah, because he had magic on him.
Though
Yeah.
oddly, the rotten smell that was with him is gone.
Oh, that's a good thing. I don't smell that rotten, gross stuff anymore. It's just pleasantly cinnamon. But Eski, your hips smell like cinnamon,
Thanks.
but not your ears.
I just want to picture Eska just standing there, not doing anything, while Ames is ravishly sniffing up and down this bunny.
Oh.
And the thing is Eska is so
He's
much
so
shorter.
Short.
Yeah,
Ames
so
would have to
she's,
be on her hands
hands-
and knees.
Like, yeah, you gotta be on
hands
all
and
fours to be
knees
doing
to,
this.
get down low. Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah. the same
Especially
way, yeah.
sniffing his crotch, man.
Almost, yeah, but I mean, she's got to be thorough. So,
Not that far from his belly button, how small he is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tempted
Yeah.
to cast pass without a trace. That way the coin collectors don't see the people I'm walking away with.
Well, the problem is one of the gnolls is here just staring, open mouth, in shock.
So Amelia's gonna look over and be like, "Do you want to come smell the cinnamon?"
I'm gonna
So the
wink at
knoll.
him.
No,
Well, she's not looking at me.
no, I do not.
Okay. It smells pretty good. Wait, Aska, come here. And Amelia leans down to whisper in his ear.
You'd be leaning up. You're on all fours.
Well, no, I got up to smell your ears.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
standing back up. So Amelia stands up and she looks at Aska and says, "Aska, come here. What if
Right
you
here.
have a magic beam?"
I mean, you can ask plenty of people to tell you I do.
If I ever meet any of them, if we come across them, let me know.
Yeah, you've met some.
Wait, I have.
Yeah, I've slept with tons of women.
Yeah,
All
a
the
lot of them.
women.
You wouldn't know her. She goes to a different school. Goes to a different
Yeah,
guild.
exactly. You don't know her. She goes, yeah. She's my girlfriend. She goes to different school.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know him. I mean her.
Them.
Well, I wouldn't judge, but you know, okay.
I know.
Because that's where the cinnamon smell really is strong, you know. So like we know that it comes from the Feywilds and stuff, or the Fey, right? Fey things with cinnamon. And wait a minute, are bunnies just Fey creatures?
It's a little bit more complex than that, I think.
Okay, good. I was about to say I've been bamboozled by this.
It's like walking through the city. I'm smelling this really strong smell of cheese, and you're walking behind a dude carrying, a bag full of cheese.
I'm excited for like once we get back to a place with like upgraded cuisine, and then people start believing in Fey food.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What else we got going on?
Well, I'm interested now in all of Eska's sexual escapades. So, Eska, we're gonna sit down one day and you're gonna tell me stories, but not now.
No,
when
I'm
all
not.
of this is over, okay?
I'm not sure you want to hear all that.
Dude, like, listen, this is gonna be. There's so many songs I could write of you, and your cinnamon prowess. We're gonna call it. We're just gonna call it cinnamon.
We'll do exclusively new ones.
Yeah. Oh, only new ones. You don't want to talk about your past ones?
Not all of them.
Okay.
I don't think you want that either.
No, I think I do. I'm very interested in this now.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So Amelia's just gonna stand up and blow loudly on her flute to try and make that elk noise that she's sure she can do now.
At least 2 people draw blades.
No, guys,
turn.
sorry, that was just me. That was
And a
me. I was
hammer.
practicing. It was just me. Sorry.
I'm like half swing towards the thing next to me as I hear that noise.
No, guys, it was just me. Sorry, I was practicing.
I have an
that time
arrow
it was me.
knocked.
It was just me. Hold your fire. Hold your fire.
Wildor's got his hands on fire already, like ready to shoot.
The hammer
False-
is like a foot from your face.
False alarm. It was just me. I should have warned you guys that it was coming. I apologize. I was practicing earlier to try and make that noise. You know, I'm a bard. I like to play the flute. Like to mimic sounds. I guess I did good then, right?
I lower my arrow. Madam Amelia, let's not do that again.
Okay. Oh, warning next time. I'm sorry. Yep. I'll make a note. Pulls out her book and writes, warn before doing creepy bad guy noises on your flute. And then she underlines flute and says, before Winston corrects me to any instrument.
Okay. Everybody's still on edge. A few people put their weapons away. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anything else we have going on here before we move on?
I want to break Ames's flute. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a very expensive flute. Please don't break it.
What time
I
is
won't
it?
be able to do my magic.
You're probably about 2 in the afternoon at this point.
Okay. I mean, sure, anyone want coffee? I know it's kind of late in the day, but
Yeah, I'll have a drink. I would like to have a drink and a little bit of food. I'm feeling a little peckish right now.
So the fire is out. You'd have to start a fire again.
No, I have these rations I can eat in my bag.
what did you say? Start a fire again? Watch this.
Ooh. Can you just start fires really quickly, Yeska, now?
I don't know. That was firebolt.
Oh. It didn't catch anything on fire. Okay, what if we make a fire pit? Or can you put it on the fire pit, maybe? Maybe we have to put kindling in there.
Did you not shoot the fire pit?
I did. I shut the fire pit.
Oh yeah, you absolutely kick it back on.
Okay. I didn't know
Alright,
if it was
nice.
gonna be like way bigger of a fire than I wanted it to be, or not.
No,
Okay.
because you haven't added fuel to the fire. It couldn't
Right.
get much bigger. It's small, but it is a definitive fire.
This is so nice. Wait, did we have other people that can just start fires like this? Esker,
Even
you
if
the only
we-
one? Wait, was Thel able to start a fire like this?
I don't know, but was he able to do this? And now it's blue.
Does it still cook our food if it's blue?
I mean, yeah, it's still fire.
All right. Kind of hungry. I'd like to make some food then. Now that we have a fire, I'd like to make some food.
As you are getting ready to cook, and you are getting ready to put food over it, the flame turns solid black.
Oh, Eska, did you do this?
I didn't mean to. If I did, I'm gonna try to turn it back to regular fire.
You'll have to give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Leo is going to create a configuration next to the fire, out of the way of burning any people, to see if that also becomes black.
Okay. So you're starting a secondary fire, not attached to this fire, correct?
It is the create bonfire spell.
Okay.
It is Leo's version of it is create dragonfire, but it's the create bonfire spell.
Okay. So, Eska, as you try to enact your will on the fire, it does not change back from the color black. It seems that something has corrupted it. Leo, you start your dragon fire, and it doesn't appear that anything has affected it.
I walk up. That's a nice fire you got there. What'd you do?
Nothing. And something's weird.
Is there bad magic here again?
Are you starting another one, Leo?
No,
Okay.
just the one.
All right. I just saw 2 checks.
Yeah, well, because when I hit the spell description, it gave me an error, so I was
Gotcha.
fixing it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, there's no bad magic here. And I'll snap my fingers, and the flame returns to normal. I was just messing with you because I noticed you were playing with the fire.
The hyenas laugh. A very hyena laugh.
Cool. What did you do then?
This is a gift given to me by my god.
No. This isn't God stuff. This is just me. See, Ames also said that to have magic you had to have a god, but this just happened today. Maybe.
I mean, magic is very dependent on the person.
Yeah, you get it from a god, and your god gives it to you
No.
as a person.
I mean, not everyone gets magic from a god.
Wait, how did I have magic before I
Yeah.
knew of Heldor?
Yeah, your flute does magic stuff, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So what is your flute a god
No, no,
or
no, no,
goddess?
no, no.
I
But it
see.
was from my old god, from my other land.
His magic isn't from a god. And I'll point towards Winston.
Wait, Winston also? Well, because he has magic boots. That doesn't mean he has magic. He has magic boots. The boots are magic, not him.
He had some magic before the boots showed up, didn't he?
Did he?
I have
Winston.
magic.
Yeah, you magic.
I have magic? Question mark.
I thought you did. Don't you like teleport sometimes?
Things just kind of happen when I get mad, and I don't always remember exactly what transpired.
Well, I have never seen someone being angry enough to just spontaneously move existence.
I got pissed, and so I disappeared and reappeared 30 feet away.
But Wildor's magic doesn't come from a god.
Where does Wilder get his magic from?
Studying.
Books, studying, lots of reading.
Okay, but I didn't study anything. I'm just naturally really good with music.
You're fantastic, but you're not as good with magic as I am.
Well, no, because I'm just I'm a musician. And my flute gives me some magic. And then Helder has given me some more magic.
True. So you have some magic that's from a god and some magic that's not from a god.
What books?
Yeah. If I read these books, do I get better at magic?
The practical
could-
applications of abjuration.
That sounds very boring.
I could teach you. I could use this and teach you how to do so.
Anything
But
that says practical applications is
requires
definitely not a
effort.
good read.
That's a fantastic read.
It requires effort.
If you want to learn powerful magic, yes.
I mean, I caught on fire by accident,
Yes, many people do.
but I didn't get hurt. I controlled that fire.
It is kind of cool that he's a flaming bunny, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Amelia says.
chill with the bunny thing again.
Oh, but we're friends. It's okay, right?
Okay. Anyway,
I mean, I don't care if you call him an elf. I mean, a half an elf. So.
Wildor chimes in, yeah, but you calling him Bunny is like someone calling you Knife Ear.
Well, I don't care. You can call me Knife Ear if they want. She kind of like pulls her hair down to cover her ears up.
I don't care.
You caught that, did you? Okay, so can somebody who knows magic, like, oh no! Oh no, Panda! I just looked at the chat. Oh, for people who might be listening to this in a later broadcast, Panda redeemed relationship advice. How do you deal with your party member who can't keep secrets and is also probably racist? Oh my God. Don't tell them secrets and definitely don't bring them home to meet your parents.
you know,
Fantastic.
Ouch.
And Rianth with that perfect prone awkward emote that
Yeah.
I am absolutely going to rip off and have someone make one for me. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Isn't it good? It's good. So after all of this magic talk, do we want to use some magic to like figure out where to go next?
Don't you guys have a map?
Kurak does.
I hope it's not Kurak that
Yeah, I
has
was
the
gonna
map.
say Kurak does.
Where's okay.
Where's that map that Turtle Friend was using?
Probably still with him.
Is it on? Is it at his house? Does he have it?
Is it at his house? I mean, maybe.
I mean, does he live around here?
No.
We were following the map before the shenanigans happened. You could just follow back to where we came from, or we could just keep going to get away from things.
Do you remember where we came from? Because I have no clue where we are. I don't think. Do I know where we are?
Well, your smelly friend was leading the way.
Which smelly friend?
He
both
points to
smell it.
Winston.
He smells like cinnamon. Don't tell him he's not smelly. You smell him again. Smells lovely.
Nah.
Ames, go ahead and demonstrate that. Give him a good whiff.
My nose doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Spent too much time sniffing Eska's crotch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So outside of
Winston.
character stuff, we would actually search for Kurak if Kurak wasn't actually here.
I feel like
that
I
would
could
have been
do
the
it.
first thing that we would do.
That, and then I'm pretty good. I think I could find our way back.
Yeah, I didn't consider that. Like, we know that Kurak's not here just because J-Dog's not here, but
Right. That's why
I didn't consider that he's actually missing.
That we
Yeah.
should actually be. Should we be searching for him? Because that actually might be
Yeah,
fun.
we definitely should.
Okay. I'm all for it. Maybe Kirk's been gone a while. Maybe we should look for him.
as a player, I was making the assumption that nobody was looking for him because we know he's not here. But I was bringing that up just in case the GM had that as a plot point that he wanted us to follow.
I think we should follow it. Well, let's let the GM figure this out. All right, I would like to search for. I think before we continue, Ames says, I think we should search for Kurak a little bit. He's been gone a little longer than I expected.
Yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, that's a long time to be bathing in the river. I don't know what it is that turtles do.
It's waxing his shell.
Yeah.
He's got a
it's
paint
been while.
roller.
He wasn't even here to help us with this bad guy. What if he
Fair.
left us?
Where did we lose track of him?
What
Before
if
the
he's
fight
sick
last night.
and injured?
Before we even made camp last night, I think.
I think you guys actually lost track of him before then. It was
Yeah.
shortly after Hofton was killed, and he was the first coin collector killed.
I think we need to go look for him.
Winston, will you, where are you at right now, actually, before I start saying stuff?
Just leaned up against Petunia.
Okay. So, on this tree trunk, there's a branch about eye level to where you're at. So, it's probably 10 feet off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're sitting there, a black crow lands on the branch. and just kind of looks at you. Not like a normal bird looks, right? Because a normal bird, their head, they kind of move, they're looking around, right? Because they look for predators, they look for threats, they look for food, they're looking in multiple directions. This bird has landed and just is staring at you.
Does this bird look like Thel's familiar?
How
'Cause
how
I
well
tried
did?
talking to it before.
That's true. You did. I remember that was an interesting exchange.
An attempt was made.
Yeah.
God, I know it's not right, but it's something close to Inky.
No, I think
The
that's what
name
it
of it.
was.
Anki.
Anki.
That was close to the word Inky. I knew it wasn't quite that. Does it look like Enki?
I mean, Anki looked like just a normal raven.
Okay, so
I mean, he doesn't have
this
he's not like
this
wearing
is
a
crow,
necklace.
not a raven. No. I'm saying this is a crow, not a raven. So it's while they are similar, I don't know. I would like to make the assumption that I would be familiar with the differences between the two birds, but if you want me to roll for it, I certainly would.
No, I think Winston would know the difference.
Yeah.
And just for clarification's sake, I misspoke. It is a raven, not a crow.
Okay.
So
99% of the people can't tell the difference.
me neither. That's why I got it wrong.
The biggest difference is that ravens are slightly larger.
Was that offhand?
Incredibly intelligent, though.
Crows can use tools. Can ravens also use tools? Like sticks to get food and stuff?
Mhm.
Really
Yes.
certain.
They can actually order on Uber Eats.
Nice.
They don't
So it's
often
looking
pay the
at me.
delivery drivers, though.
That makes sense.
They just
So
attack them like magpies.
Sorry, go
So
ahead,
the-
Winston.
This raven is looking at me, not like a traditional bird would like head back and forth kind of a thing, like an animalistic, just kind of just staring at me.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna wave at it.
Sorry, mental picture.
Does it react at all?
Not really. It kind of keeps looking at you.
I'm gonna hold one of my big meaty cow fingers out, like for it to perch on, and just say, "Anki?" Just in a questioning manner, see if it reacts.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, my inspiration. At least it was better.
Come on, I want this to be Yankee so bad.
Well, here's the disappointing part. Anki wouldn't understand me. Well, might,
Aw.
but wouldn't understand because of my furbolgness. Would just understand because familiar.
Oh,
That's an out of character piece of
yeah.
information.
I know, same. I was talking out of character.
I gotcha.
Ames's voice sounds the same. I need to make a new voice for her.
You and Nags both.
Yeah, the bird flies over and lands on your finger. And then just looks at you.
Do you know this bird?
Hello, voice. I'm behind a big ass bear right now.
He is kind of
Oh.
sequestered from the party.
I didn't realize that. I thought he was around the fire.
No, that's why I'm on the opposite side of the bear. I'm still in my rage-induced feels. Thank you. Was that you? Does this mean Felsnir?
It squawks.
One
Which-
squawk for yes, two squawks for no.
to everybody else in the camp, the squawk scares the crap out of you. Because the forest has been dead silent for like 3 days now. And you hear
It
that.
wasn't me that time. My flute is away.
Everybody turns and draws weapons on Ames.
It wasn't me. I swear to Haldor, it wasn't me this time. That was not me.
I rescind my angry look.
Sorry, somebody had said something to me and I did not hear it well. Oh, the one squawk for yes, 2 squawks for no. And what was your question again?
Are you Anki and is Thel nearby?
It kind of cocks its head at you and squawks 3 times.
So you are Anki and Thel's not nearby, or you're not Anki and Thel is nearby.
I love this.
All right, one at a time. Are you Anki?
He squawks, and you get the feeling that it kind of came with an exasperated sigh.
I give it a gentle hug, like as soft as possible, and then I hold him up in the air. Where did you come from?
When you hug him, he kind of he picks into your face hair, right? Your face fur, and just pulls out a few bugs and eats them.
Wait, Winston has bugs on him?
I don't know.
I mean,
smell them. Find out.
I've been. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Winston, but I've been under the impression that you have foregone baths for some time.
And if there's a river nearby, I might jump in. If not, then I just roll around in the dirt a little bit.
He has bugs in
Take a
him.
dust bath.
I described him as the smelly one.
Yeah.
Hey, now elephants don't smell; they take dust baths. As do chinchillas.
Ames is blinded by her friendship with her party, so.
But I'm sure there's some ticks probably hanging out in my beard. Maybe a flea or two. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, your best friend is a bear, an actual wild bear.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it wasn't meant because you were gross. No, you just it's natural.
I'm just one with nature, and you're just jealous.
All natural.
Exactly.
Pesticide free.
Are you looking for Thel?
2 squawks.
Did he send you for us?
2 squawks.
Have you seen Kurak?
1 squawk.
Everybody, I know where to find Kurak. He's here over the back of the bear.
What?
I found Anki, and I'll hold up my hand just over the back of the bear.
To anybody sitting down, it almost looks just like Petunia has like a pompadour from a sitting position, but anybody standing up, you can see the hand and bird.
Oh.
A bird?
Anki? Yeah, Thel had a bird named Anki.
Who?
Thelphora, he died. He was meditating.
Oh my god. So little emotion to it. Yeah, Thel, he died.
Yeah. Considering it's like 4 days ago.
She's excited about the bird!
It's one of the most traumatic moments in the party's life.
It is
Where
actually
her god
very
may or may
dramatic
not have
for
ate her
me.
friend, and she he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ames is very much trying to stuff feelings down, so she doesn't necessarily handle emotions properly. So
That's fair.
Get used to this.
Yeah,
And,
Amelia's just super excited to relive the experience of Thelafor's death.
she's probably gonna have nightmares, and so she's like, preparing herself mentally
Yeah,
for that.
for
so
sure.
she'll definitely have nightmares. I'm pretty sure.
Well, her god shouldn't have eaten our friend.
Wasn't her god that ate her friend?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know
So
that.
if he's here,
Yeah,
does
I
that
don't know
mean
that.
Hell's still alive?
I
I-
mean,
Didn't ask that. I'm just gonna walk around Petunia holding.
Wait, and
Anki.
how do you know where Kuruk is based on Anki?
He told
Anki is
me.
Anki.
He knows where Kurak is.
Didn't we establish that you couldn't talk to Anki? That Anki couldn't understand you?
don't know.
Enki.
Haven't you tried this before?
Yes.
Didn't that not work?
I don't know.
Are you questioning his magic? Asuka?
No, I think this is out of character. Is
Oh.
what he
No,
said.
no. It's in character.
Oh, this is in character.
Yeah.
Out of character. I'm not helping.
It seems to be able to understand me. I don't.
Anki?
Bird turns its head towards you.
Can you understand me?
It squawks.
What does that mean?
One squawk means yes. Two squawks means no.
Okay, it looks at Winston.
Yeah. Is that true?
Squawk.
One is yes, two is no. Okay.
Wow. Anki, earlier I was meditating, and I was a bird.
One squawk.
That wasn't a question yet.
One squawk.
Oh, Asuka! Asuka, wait. What if Anki is now with you?
Two squawks.
What if you're part Thel?
Two squawks.
What do you mean two squawks? Anki.
And I kind of look over at the bird a little bit, give him a little bit of a side eye, and kind of like glare. My idea was better.
You don't want to be my familiar, Anki?
Yeah, he apparently
One
doesn't
squawk.
like you. Wait, yes, he does.
You do want
Yes,
to be
he
my familiar.
does want to not be your familiar. Amelia's trying to figure this like negative logic out. You don't
Couldn't
Will
want to
you
be.
ride
Yes, I
on
don't
my
want
shoulder romantically
Confused
forever,
squawk.
for all of time?
What does a confused squawk sound like?
Anki, we could be best buds until the universe ends. How did that sound?
I mean, I don't know what a bird would look like if it shrugged.
Maybe just a shuffle back and forth.
I think,
I'm
yeah, I
pretty
think
sure. I'm pretty sure Enki views himself as a higher being than Eska because he's been already assigned to babysit Eska before.
that's true. Yes.
And look how that turned out.
Well, you're still
I've
here.
done
so it
alive.
turned out
nothing
good.
but play with fire since then.
Well, but you're still alive. So it worked.
Okay, fine, Anki. You do know where Kurek is?
One squawk.
Where is he?
I don't think he can answer. That's not a yes or no question, Eska.
He squawks like nine or 10 times.
Can we look? I'm going to look at Winston helplessly. Can you translate?
Nodding. No.
I look at he nods and says no.
He's nodding as he listens to Anki
Okay.
squawk. And then when you ask him, he just stops nodding and just no.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch any of that.
Yeah, it's different dialect. It's squawking, not
Yeah.
talking.
Is Kirk nearby?
Two squawks.
Is Kirk in trouble?
One squawk and a half squawk.
Wait, maybe?
Yeah,
Is that,
so it's
is
like
a 1.5 mean
caw.
maybe? And I look over at Winston. What's 1.5 squawks mean?
Part yes, part no. I don't know.
How can you be part yes and part no in danger? Does that mean unknown?
Is
I'm
he in
confused.
physical danger?
What if he's in emotional danger?
Emotional damage.
Did Lady Allure break up with him?
No,
Uh,
that would be horrible.
You guys are asking a crow for a relationship status?
Yeah. Hey, they're looking for tweets, man.
It is a bird.
Wow, it's a raven. Get it right.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Geo, wow.
They're cause.
It's not gonna be Twitter. It's gonna be car.
Ah.
Yeah, Twitter.
Yeah.
Love it.
Welcome to the BNN, the Bird News Network. All the cause, all the time.
It sounds like something from a Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah.
So Kirk's not nearby.
Is he in physical danger? Is he with the hobgoblins?
2 cause.
Can you take us to him?
2 cause.
What?
What if he's in the Fey area? Is he in the Fey area?
1 caw.
Can we go?
Another confused caw.
Just turn Anki back around and look at him like square in the eyes. Do you know how we can get there?
2 cause.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Then why
We
tell
tried
us?
nothing and we're already out of ideas.
Can't. That was our last best hope too. Well, wait a minute. If he is in the Fey, how would we get there? But then the cinnamon is the Fey.
Are we in the Feywilds? Right now?
2 cause.
Are they exasperated cause?
A little bit.
I was afraid of that. Okay.
I don't know what else to ask. Anki, is Thel still alive?
Sorry, I am. What was your question?
Is Thel still alive?
1 caw, a fairly
Yes.
long pause, and then 2 caws.
Yes and no.
1 caw.
How do you be alive and not alive at the same time?
12
That's not a yes
caws.
or no question. I just wanted to know where Kurak was. I didn't want any kind of existential life and death question.
1 caw.
Okay, so Kirk's in the Fae. And we don't know how to get there. And are we supposed to go there? Because all of these beasts and things?
Will you help us go there, Anki?
Caw?
As my familiar? Got him. He said yes.
Caw.
Is he a familiar or a bird?
Anki, I'm so excited.
He was Thel's familiar, Ralakan. We had a friend, Thelphora.
Exact same voice as you.
Sounded very similar to you, yeah. But this was his familiar. He kept saying he wasn't a bird, that he was like a Fae creature or something. Wait! Anki's also from the Fae!
1 caw.
It's all related. I just wish I knew how. Amelia wishes P Stabs wasn't so stupid.
1 caw.
Oh, I can't front of me.
I cast Awaken on my player to turn my intelligence to a 10.
Yeah. I would like some bardic inspiration to use, please. Myself.
You've got the dice. You can use the bardic inspiration.
I can use it on P-stabs to get some tips from the GM here, but what the hell's going on?
I mean, I have literally had a player say, "I roll for plot hook," and then tosses D20 on the table. So,
Oh, there you go.
Leo, what are you trying to figure out?
And Panda, what did you just say?
Is there any way any of you magic people would know of a way that we could get to this Fey wild realm?
Wildor is sitting there and he's pouring through this book he's got. He's kind of flipping through, and then he stops. And he points it out. Leo is pretty close to him, and he kind of looks at Leo, and they exchange some information, and then he says, "Well, I mean, normally you would need a spell to bring you across the realm, unless there was a place that already existed, and you only needed to tap into it. But those locations are rare and deadly, generally protected by creatures of magnitudes of power above a normal mortal being, but they do exist. I have no idea where one might be, though
Anki, do you know?
theoretically you could follow ley lines. Anki squawks once, waits a few seconds, and then squawks twice.
Is that maybe again?
Two squawks.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
One squawk.
So you know and you don't know?
One squawk.
He knows of a place, but it's not active?
Two squawks.
He knows of a place and it is active.
One squawk.
You know a place that exists, but you don't know where it is.
One squawk.
Gotcha.
Oh, how are we gonna find it? But wait, I thought he said it was active. He knows of a place and it's active, but he doesn't know how to get there. Is that where we're at?
I think so.
Okay. Do we don't follow the cinnamon smell. That's just dumb, Amelia.
Do you know of a place where we can learn where it is?
Two sad squawks.
Ah.
Is it in one of these books? And I point to the books that what's his name again?
Wildor.
Wildor's reading.
I always imagined Enki wasn't much of a reader.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, but I'm asking Wilder. Wilder, is it in one of these books? Do you know what we're supposed to do?
What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. We
Wilder,
gotta find
squawk.
Kuruk.
Wildor's
Nell
like,
might be alive.
what?
We're talking to a bird who isn't a bird because he's a familiar. I don't know what he's familiar with. Clearly not the Fae.
You're familiar with him.
I guess he doesn't want to be asked as familiar.
Mean.
Will you be my familiar, Enki?
Two squawks.
Wow, I feel offended.
One
fine.
squawk.
Enki, did Helder eat Thel?
Two squawks.
She smugly looks
Ah,
around at
yeah,
everybody.
it is.
That's right. Bird said it.
Why would your god eat someone?
They
They
were saying,
emptied you
because
first
I
thing
prayed to
they got you.
Haldor, and then suddenly a thing came out. I prayed to Haldor to save Thel because he was gonna die, and suddenly something ripped open like a veil, and this horrifying monster thing came out and consumed him. And then people were like, "Oh, Amelia, that was your god." Well, okay,
Wait.
mostly that was Ace that said that, but he's
Where
dead now
was that?
too.
But
That was
You
after
honest-
Ace died. Like,
Wait,
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
who
I'm
said it?
I'm chiming in.
All right, sorry, I got that part wrong. Who? I don't remember who said it was my god. Who kept telling me it was my god?
Eska.
Yeah, it was me.
The
You-
bunny.
thought a celestial being of, infinite power would come around and just eat carrion?
No, I was just messing with her.
Wait, you were messing with me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Amelia looks completely and totally just like Eska just utterly destroyed her.
I
world
mean, I
right
wasn't
now.
sure, but I thought it might have been a possibility. But I mean, how does your god? I thought you would know a little bit more.
And she just stares at her hands and seems a little bit like completely withdrawn at this point.
Hmm. Did that thing eat your friend? And I'll point over to where the ash pile is.
No, it was way more terrifying than that thing. It ripped out of a. Like she said, it appeared in what appeared to be a rip in the air.
That's
Wait.
from another plane?
Wilder leans over.
Yeah.
It came from another plane. Did it was there a oh my dear lord. Was there a tearing noise?
Yes.
So well, that's how the hungry spirit got here.
But I think the hungry spirit here was here before that. We were with the owlbears and the black shards, and I think it's related, isn't it? But there was a loud tear noise and this horrible, like the most grotesque thing I've ever seen ever in my entire life ever and ever could have imagined, and I have a very good imagination, came through, stepped through from this other, like, it had to be another world. There was like lights and stuff, but I couldn't see what it was, and literally swallowed up, fell, and then went back. And then Eska told me that was Helder.
That's not what I said.
Hmm. You guys are being pursued by something strong enough to push itself into other planes?
And then retreat at will as well.
And send hungry spirits, it points to the ash pile. Wilder does.
Well, and it was in the same camp we rescued your cowardly friend Indigo from.
A couple of the
Let's
coin
see why that
collectors
occurred.
bristle at that comment.
What makes you
Look.
think he was a coward?
Because he ran away.
Oh, yes. Leaving the people who threatened to kill him. Yes, that's definitely
I
running
didn't
away.
threaten to kill him. I was just exhausted and didn't want to deal with his talking. He talked way too much. Sometimes I want to put aims at a chest, just like he was.
I mean, he kind of glares a bit at Winston.
You do talk too much. You can't deny that.
And she doesn't say anything, but she's like,
Well, not too much. You do talk a lot. I mean, put it that way. And we'd, just got done fighting and watching our friends get swallowed by that thing we described. So a very talkative Dragonborn was not high on my list of what I had tolerance for at that point. But we did him no harm.
Let's get back to the topic at hand. There's no need to defame each other. So, we're dealing with an entity that can push between planes. Honestly, my gut tells me that it is an awful idea to try and find this thing.
You're right. Wilder chimes in. Terrible plan. No, bad idea. If it's an enemy, if it's hunting these people, and that hungry spirit is just a minion, we'll all be dead. 2 weeks tops.
Well, we can't leave Kuruk in the Fae. So
Is he
at the
still
very
alive?
least, we have to go there to find out. Ask the bird.
Yeah, I mean,
Yankee.
Anki said he was still alive, right?
Yeah.
Anki?
One squawk.
Just said that he was not necessarily safe.
One squawk.
Well,
To explain why he hasn't found us. Something had to have happened to him.
let's start by thinking about how the turtle slipped into the Feywilds in the first place. Wildor, do you know of anyone who accidentally stumbles into another plane?
Amelia kind of like puts her hand up a little, very short, like not. It doesn't even go past her shoulder, and then she puts her hand right back down again quickly.
Ames, do you?
I think that. I think that. Remember how I? Oh no, Ralakan, you don't know this. I'm not from around here. I came from a different place beforehand, and it had nobody knows where I'm from except if I mention my hometown, then Kirk knows of it from storybooks, like legends and storybooks, and nobody knows. I think that I came through from another place into this place while I was walking out in the woods a long time ago. Well, I guess it was only probably about a year ago now.
It would have been
Not
a little
that I
more
know
than a
how
year.
I did it.
Because
More
you
than a year?
didn't, yeah. Because you were a few months trying to figure out what was going on before you met Kiranos.
Yeah, and then I was in
ended
the
up
city for a while with
Althalos.
and I was in the city with Karen Ellis for quite a while too. So yeah, a little more than a year ago, I guess. I've been here for quite some time, and
Did you come from the Feywilds?
no, not beforehand, no. I mean, have you heard of where I'm from? I was
Where are you
in
from?
Narfell in the Forgotten Realms. Peltar
Right.
was the name of the place.
Doesn't ring any bells.
See? So I don't think that's Feywilds. I think based on what Master Wilder said that I came from my place through the Feywilds and then was here somehow.
Okay, do you know how to slip through? Can you replicate it?
No. I have no memory of anything that happened except for before, like when I was adventuring and Darius died and we were going to have a funeral and then I was out walking and then suddenly I was like then I was in the woods and I was lost and I couldn't get back to my party. And then I found Athalos and Kieran Ellis and nobody knows where I'm from. So from what I remember, I was there and now I'm here. Would Amelia know anything? Like, would she be able to recognize if she got to a place where there was like a portal or some kind of dimension thing? Like, if she found it, would she recognize it, Kontos?
If any person who finds an active portal would know they have found something otherworldly. You would know what it was. You wouldn't know where it went. You wouldn't know what powered it. You wouldn't know anything specific about it, but
Okay,
you would
so
know that
everybody
you've
would recognize
encountered
it.
something magical.
Okay.
Either the so you would know this from storybooks as a bard. Oftentimes, pools of water and sacred locations are a way to go between one realm and the Feywild. Where if you submerge yourself in the water, you will then pop up the other side in the Feywild, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not like you're swimming down through a tunnel. You just boop, boop, and then you're in the other spot. Those pools of water tend to be guarded by like nymphs and siren type creatures. It would be really easy to go to one and have no idea what is there until it was activated. And there's a good chance that, there's a good chance that it wouldn't activate until there was some, like a fire, some spark to turn it on,
Okay.
right? And you have, well, I mean, you may or may not have experienced a spark recently.
I wonder if the black fire was a spark.
The black fire was me. I'll
Was
snap my
you?
fingers and turn the fire black again.
Oh. Hmm. Well, I'm at a loss. So, like, legit, P-Stabs is at a loss. I don't know what to do.
And that's fine, right? There's a few of you who have messaged me like, I have no idea where to go with this. All the pieces are on the board. It's just like the pieces are in 2 or 3 different hands now, and so I hesitate to give too much and take away that satisfaction of figuring it out when the whole party gets it.
So some kind of holy site with water. And some kind of spark. Eska can do sparks. And what else do we have?
There's also the hobgoblins. If they're at the holy site, maybe they're the ones that are bringing things forward and taking things out of this realm.
I mean,
Unless we can actively catch them performing their rituals, though, they're not going to open anything for us.
Well, that's what I mean. We find the hobgoblins, we find the holy site. Theoretically.
We have yet to find them, though. We found them when Bell died. They were there, they were camped there, but that wasn't a holy site, I don't think. Not one that I was familiar with, anyway. I do know of a sprinkling of other druid homes and outposts and places to stay. There is one that between Inky and I we seem to have pinpointed, but it's a ways away. It's going to take us some time to get there.
Well, should
Uh,
we at least go there then? Is that the closest place? Even though it's far away? But how would Kirk just go? Because he hasn't been away for so long.
Who's to say he went willingly?
Oh, that's true.
Wildor chimes up as well as, and when you have a creature that just forces its way, sometimes there are ripples, and if you are in the wrong place, the ripple simply catches you.
So there is that smell of cinnamon that we keep smelling, but I don't think it's strong enough for us to follow it.
That beast that ate your companion likely would have needed the same spark that Wildor was describing.
So what should we go back to where Fell died then? That's not too far away, is it? Oh, it is a few days. Couple days?
I think it's a few days.
Because that's where we know there was a tear for sure. And this thing here didn't tear, right? You said it came through probably when Fell died.
That's
This-
Wildor's
Likely.
working theory, is that it came
This
through
beast here.
when
Then.
the creature opened the rift.
And has it just been following us?
That's likely.
Because we thought we were following it.
I mean, not really. We've been following the map all the way up to this point. And then we backtracked when we found out that it was following us.
Oh, okay.
But maybe inspecting the site of where it entered would be helpful.
Well, that's what I vote for. Amelia looks at Eska and Winston and Leopold. I guess
Just get
we'll go
thrown
back
out there. Somebody did give a correct answer earlier, but was fairly talked over.
Well, I'm probably the one that did the talking over because I'm rude that way.
Yes, Ames, you are.
No, P Stabs is.
No, you are not your character, ma'am.
Well, this is one of the things we share. So I would have missed it, and I don't know. So sorry to whoever that was. Maybe people can repeat what they were saying.
So
I bet, what was the question?
you're only about 2 days travel from where the from
The
where
Fell
Thel
Terror.
was, right? Because you guys had gone forward and then started to double back because of your encounter with the Hungry Spirit. So you're only about 2 days, 2 days march. Well, probably 2.5 days because most of this day is gone.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to check that. Plus, it's on the way back to the only site that Inky and I seem to agree upon of being a potential entry point for the group. I don't know if we can track down where the hobgoblins came from or where they're currently encamped. The only one we ever found was that one, where again they found Indigo and Fell was taken.
Anybody who wants to, give me a perception check.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice, sir.
Wicked sick.
Okay. So while Winston is talking and kind of letting you guys know, Eska, you don't notice this, but everybody else does. Anki seems to kind of fade, and then strength kind of like almost like a light that's dimming and then brightening, dimming, like a light that's flickering. But he's going, opaque and less opaque, right?
I don't think I've seen a bird do that.
Are my eyes deceiving me? Amelia's gonna rub her eyes, the back of her hands, like a lot, and keep looking. He's fading in and out.
What?
Is Enki even really here?
Two squawks.
No. Uh-oh.
Should we find your master's place where he died?
Come on, give us the MacGuffin. Do it.
I want to know who said
I'm-
the right thing so that they can.
I'm trying to understand, like, because everybody knows where Thelaphora died. So I'm trying to understand. It may have just been the way it was formulated. Gio, will you clarify your question to me? What's being asked?
I'm asking Enki if he thinks we should be going to the place where Thelaphora died.
Two squawks.
Should we be looking for the hobgoblins?
One squawk, space, two squawks.
I hate when he does the yes and no thing.
Should we be looking for a specific hobgoblin?
Two squawks.
What about? And I point to the pile of ashes. That hobgoblin, blah, 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 blah. That hobgoblin was that ashes. Is that ashes our key?
Two squawks. He kind of turns and starts pecking on Winston's shoulder repeatedly.
Is Winston the key?
One squawk.
Yes, Winston, somehow you're a key. Quick, become a key.
I mean, is your bear like Enki?
Well,
Two undignified squawks.
You really upset the bird, didn't you?
does
Pelican.
does Winston have the ability to control in his dreams? Because in his dreams, things came from the Feywild. In his dreams, maybe things go to the Feywild.
Two squawks.
No.
Inky, do you know where we can find the Spock that we need? Or is it one of us?
The either or is hard to answer.
Yeah, no. I know. That was intentional.
He'll
You've
squawk.
forgotten not to ask two questions at the same time.
He'll squawk twice.
Mhm.
Wait, squawk once. Wait, and kind of confused squawk.
Can you just lead us the way?
He's said he can't a couple of times that I've asked him.
No, like
Oh,
you.
then why would you refer to me in the third person? I'm right here.
I'm asking you. Can you lead us the way?
Yes, I know exactly how to get back to where we were. We actually stayed there.
One squawk and lots of bouncing.
Alright.
Right.
I think that's our.
Okay,
Modus
Winston,
operandi.
take us to wherever it is we're going. And Amelia waves her hands and starts packing her stuff.
I'm in.
And I just described to Amelia, and I'm sure she'd remember, it was like, just this is one of the places that we stayed shortly after the first Hobgoblin incursion. Is one of the Druid Hollows that I knew of.
Where you found Petunia?
No. I found you guys. I got distracted by a few things and followed a different trail. Remember? You guys found Petunia and her friend or mate. I'm not entirely sure yet.
Oh, right.
Whatever
That's where
that
where the little dragon was, right?
Giant
Okay.
creature came after. Yes.
Yeah.
This was well before that. This is we're going to be traveling for a little over a week. to get
Okay.
there.
We have to go back a week. Okay. All right. Well,
You can go back a week. You can time travel.
I wish.
This solves this whole problem.
I was thinking the same thing.
And Amelia like stands up and starts smoothing out all of her clothes and her armor and stuff, and stretches a bit. Well, we best get going. We have to go back and all the way there.
At least we won't get lost. I know my
That's
way very
true.
well now.
That's very
Well,
true.
Get packed up, get everything prepared, and we'll move out. And Wildor, thank you again for your wisdom.
Wildor's not coming with us.
Nope.
Oh, I'll miss you, Master Wildor.
As I will miss you.
Nobody ever says that and means it,
Well,
Will you miss
I
me?
do.
Okay.
He
Would
kind
you
of
beyond
he
that
leans
have
around
said
trying
that
to
me?
see where Eska's at because there's people in between you. And,
Down-
Yeah.
I'm on top of Petunia.
oh, you've climbed up on. I didn't realize you climbed up on top of Petunia. I thought you were like cuddling with her.
It looks like you're under her on my
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm still over here
No.
yelling. I probably could have moved my girl a couple times today.
She's still in the side tent. No, I think we should do this.
Yeah. I was over by the body that burned, No, I'm by the fire. I'm still hungry though. I should eat some food before we go.
That's true. Nobody's eaten. He does. Yes. Yes. I will miss you as well, Master Eska. Your entire party, while dysfunctional, has been entertaining.
What? Dysfunctional? We're very functional. I mean, we started a fire. We can build shelters. We can smell cinnamon.
Well,
Winston has
I
magic boots.
Have been. I stand corrected.
I mean, it's not like we. Eska and I do have some green on us still. Kirk was
She's
cured of it.
rambling. I want to walk over to where all
green.
the ashes are and just like pick them up and scatter them in the wind.
Okay. By this point, Enki has begun fading more and more and is fading out of existence at this point.
Just put him on my shoulder as we walk, and as we walk away, just whisper to him, "Please try to find Karak and take care of him as best you can."
He
And if you
squawks
see Fel
once
again-
as he fades out.
Yeah, that's just where I was like, and if you see Fel again, and he's gone. Perfect.
Man, I got Batman.
Well, if he's anything like other wizard familiars.
Dot
That's
dot
what
dot.
Winston
Yes.
would
Is
know.
that yeah?
Yes. Amelia's listening. If he's like anything like other
I believe
wizard
that was
familiars.
Geo, not not Ralakan.
P Stabs would like to know the answer to this question. If he's like, what?
I mean, it's like most.
I mean, familiars die when they're.
Yeah, like
Caster
most things
dies.
Do
Like
they?
that.
Okay. Well, he's not dead then, is he?
Well,
Yes and no.
Enki just disappeared.
Yeah, but I mean, he just went back into the Fae. That's all. With
Okay.
Fell, who's now in the Fae, and J-Dog. I mean, Kuruk, who's also in the Fae. We'll
This is
find.
what Ames
El's
thinks,
been
anyway.
eaten.
Yeah. We'll find Fell in the Fae. We need to go. And
You think you
Kuruk's
got
there
pooped
too.
out?
You got pooped out.
You get
What
pooped
you
out of the
got?
Fae? What?
No, of the creature that ate Fell is what.
Well, because maybe the act of eating was the way he was transported.
Well, I mean, the thing also, vanished again, so it was getting transported that way too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, maybe the eating was more of a symbolic thing and it wasn't like a physical act. I didn't see him chew.
And snakes don't chew either.
Exactly.
What?
Amelia just like is looking at you people like with just like some kind of weird disgust. Like, why don't you understand anything I'm saying right now? And she just kind of like, we're going now, right? Yes.
No, we're eating first.
Oh, okay.
You just said you were hungry.
I am hungry, but I also would like to find Kuruk and Thel. Thel's alive, you know. He's over in the Fae. Promises. Promise you.
Yeah, it's days of travel. We're going to have to stop and eat at points, so we might as well stop
Okay.
and eat now.
All right, sounds good.
And there was nothing in the ashes whenever I scattered them. Nothing left.
No,
Okay.
just
It
ashes.
was some thorough burning.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Geo messaged me that he was going to just hold Sacred Flame on it until it was gone.
That's fair.
So it was thoroughly done.
The sacred flame's not real fire.
It's celestial fire.
And in
The
this
best
case, we're
time for
going with it.
clearing
We're allowing it.
evil.
So he did it in a purificating manner.
That's fine. No, that's why I was scattering the ashes to the winds as well.
All right. Okay.
So I guess we're gonna have food, and then it'll be nighttime, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it'll.
As I
Will it be
walked back,
nighttime?
I thought we were leaving. Why are you guys starting the fire again? I thought we were
Because
going.
we want. We're. Well, I mentioned I was hungry, and Aska says we should eat before we go. So I guess we're going in the morning.
The coin collectors kind of look at each other.
Wait,
One
what
of-
time is it?
At this point, after all the conversation, you guys have probably gotten to about, I'd say about 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Okay.
And where you're in the trees, that is in the trees and in a valley, that is fairly
Mhm.
dark even in late summer.
I mean, I could put up my dancing lights. So
I mean, traveling at night is dangerous.
But some progress is better than no progress. Because the longer we delay, the longer it takes us to get to correct.
I agree.
Okay, we can walk for an hour or two, stop to make camp, eat dinner.
okay.
I'm gonna control flames the fire out. Again.
I think that Aska, I just think you like starting fires now. I mean, to be honest, I would probably want to start fires too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Can you teach me?
God.
But I'm not doing any of that meditation shit because that'll get you killed.
Listen, you should try it. It was super
No.
easy.
No, you became
First
a
time I
bird.
tried it and I nailed it.
You became a bird,
Actually.
but you can't get us to the Feywild somehow.
I didn't become a bird. I was
Grew
in
wings?
the bird's mind.
Oh, my
I
bad.
was
Wait,
the bird, but I was also in my own. But listen, it's mindfulness stuff. You'll get it.
okay. Amelia just raises her eyebrow at Aska. No.
Honestly, with your elven heritage, it's a little surprising that you don't meditate.
I mean, I sleep.
What do you think of that?
Zinger.
It's surprising that you don't meditate.
We elves never sleep.
Why?
I'm a half elf. I sleep.
Do you drink coffee?
Yes, I also drink coffee.
I meant the.
Oh, was that not towards me?
That's
Well,
the
I
purpose.
mean, I knew that you drink coffee. I've made you coffee before, several times.
We don't sleep at all. We meditate. It's to connect with our dreams and our ancestors.
Okay, but do you drink coffee?
I do drink coffee,
Why?
but not for meditating.
Okay. Does it make it harder to meditate? Like it makes it harder to sleep?
I mean, I've never needed to sleep, so I couldn't tell you if coffee affects me in that way.
I think Gio just likes to play characters that don't sleep.
100%.
He absolutely does. And if he can figure out a way to not eat or drink, he will do that as well.
That's funny.
Ever since,
Surprised you're not playing a Warforged then.
well, he generally only plays humans. He's played 2 elves in a row, though, which is surprising.
Yeah, but a
Yep.
Warforged doesn't need to eat, and instead of 4 hours, it's 6 hours, and you just have to be non-moving, but you're not unconscious technically.
I'm not super interested in playing Warforged. I like humanoids.
Mortal humanoids, I suppose. Okay. You guys pack up, you walk for an hour or two, and you set up camp, and you're able to have dinner, and that's where we're going to pick it up next week.
Okay.
Yay.
I have a question though. Is Petunia still feeling scared now that we're about an hour or two away?
Give me an animal handling check. She does look like she's still skittish.
Okay. Before we go, I want to cast a spell on her to make her feel a little bit better. I'm going to give her my heroism spell, which is...
Her heroine.
It gives her a little bit of bravery, and she gets some hit points and stuff. But the hit points don't matter so much. I just want her to feel brave. So I'm gonna go put my hand on Petunia and say that we're leaving this area. Petunia, we're leaving this area, and I want you to feel better and feel brave. So please feel here. This should make you feel better. And Amelia puts her hand on her and plays a very short, low sound on her flute.
I like it. Good. Okay. We will pick up tomorrow, or not tomorrow, excuse me. Next session, next Friday, as you guys are packing up camp and moving out. Tomorrow, you shut up, Joe. As we wrap up, I
Tomorrow,
want
woo!
wanna
I'll
do
be
my,
late because I'll be at my mom's, but I can totally be there.
Actually, one of my students has a boxing match tomorrow. It's the second boxing match. And before school ended, he asked me to go. So I'm going to be at that watching him box. So hopefully he won his first one. Hopefully he wins his second.
Is it illegal to bet on kid fights?
I'm pretty sure it's illegal.
But what if it's not? You should make a bet.
What if you're over 18?
Yeah.
What if I'm over 18? I'm still betting on a 13-year-old's fight. I don't think that's a moral. I think that's morally objectionable.
Morally illegal, but I think it's totally legally.
I mean, you can bet on
Legal.
horse races, and most of those guys aren't 13 years old.
You can't bet on horse races in Idaho anymore.
Why not?
Really?
Horse races have been actually outlawed in Idaho because of the betting. One of my old bosses used to raise racehorses, and it cost him thousands of dollars when that law passed. Which, I mean, screw him. He was an a-hole. But yeah. Actually, Care Bear, he was the guy I was trying to get Cavalry a job with before I realized what kind of a person he really was. But But that was the guy I was trying to get cavalry a job with, so you guys can move out this way.
Well, it's kind of a good thing that we didn't then.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. I mean, he still races. It just costs him way more money because he has to go to other states to do it. But I mean, like I said, F that guy.
So for the first minute Petunia walks, she feels braver.
Yep.
Hey, Ames is gonna help her as much as she can.
Cast
Sometimes it's
heroism
just
until she's out of first level spell slots.
Yep.
I can make you feel good for 4 minutes.
5 minutes, thank
5.
you. I have 5 first level spells.
How the heck do you have 5 first level?
Yeah.
Oh, I know how you have 5 first level.
And you also have all your second level spell slots too. You could use.
That's
as well.
right. Exactly. So I
Look
got
at
her.
that.
Don't
You got like
worry.
30
Burn 'em all.
minutes.
That's
Burn
right.
them all.
Yeah, I can. I
8 minutes of heroism. Just burn it all.
just sometimes, I want her to feel. I just want to do what I can to help her feel a little bit good, even if it's only for a few minutes. I'm just trying to
Well-
help her out, Winston.
It's a lot of
That was
first level
Panda
spell
talking.
slots. Have you ever heard of shield?
Do I have shield? I don't think I have shield.
I feel like you just completely Nick Fury'd her. Amelia Luferin, I'd like to talk to you about the SHIELD project.
I know one of my. I think it's in the other campaign. One of the NPCs has shield. Like, has some kind of shield spell.
I have
I
a SHIELD spell.
Yeah,
I have a
Well,
shield
do you have
spell.
a shield spell or do you have the shield spell?
I don't know.
I have a SHIELD spell. I don't have the original one. I've been saving up, but it only comes on vinyl, so it's been difficult.
I have shield.
Dude, Eldritch Knight, I love that class. I am thoroughly enjoying that as Belithiel. But back to, we will continue our chatting afterwards. I want to give a thank you to all of my players and all the viewers. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate everybody being here and Panda going on his 5th month as a guest star.
That's great.
Longest guest appearance ever.
I know, right? It's been
This feels
fantastic.
Like a sitcom guest.
Yeah,
He's
guest
just a
starring.
guest for 2 or 3 seasons. It's great.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you to everybody, and we're gonna sign off here.